This is the watch-along.
Leeds on the offensive straight away. Jack Harrison here. Jack Harrison bringing the ball forward. He's played it into Pablo Hernandez, edge of the area. Hernandez goes for goal! What a start to the game! 17 seconds on the clock. It's got to be one of the quickest goals of the Sky Bet Championship season. Goes for goal! And finds the back of the net in sensational fashion.
Jones now for Leeds. And McNabb only half stopping him. Jones getting it across. And Clark going in! And Alan Clark has put Leeds ahead! Down under. Mark Viduka is a sporting god in Australia, and now in West Yorkshire. Here he is again. It's Viduka. It's four. It's all his own work.
Hello everybody, my name is Conor McGilligan, this is One Leeds, and this is the watch-along. What's going on in your world? Let me know in the comment section below. We're back here. It's another Leeds United match day in the Premier League, baby. Like, comment, subscribe as always, everybody. Super donations are read out before the rest as well. During the game, we will read out your super chats. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Really appreciate it. And even if you're not super chatting, thank you so much for liking the video, which you will go and do now. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. And we're back here and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling sprightly. And maybe it's because that Sunderland team's a little bit light. Who knows? But big opportunity for the men in white this evening to really take over and hopefully, a step closer to Premier League survival, which Sunderland, you've already got. Let us have 3 points. Please let us have 3 points. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below to the lineup. It's pretty much as you were. Yeah, look, I'd have gone with 2 8s in there. We were saying it on the show Across the Pond with Gabe the other day. If you're not catching the shows with me and Gabe, what are you doing? There is a part 2 coming very, very soon as well, which is, well, I'll tell you, it's a keep and sell video, and by God, did that get spicy. So make sure you're tuning in, everybody. The only way you will tune in fully is if you have that notification bell switched on. And yes, Leeds United starting 11. Carl Darlow, Joe Rodon, Pascal Strauk, James Justin, the injured James Justin, Jaden Bogle, Eli Gruev, Ethan Ampadu, Gabby Goodmanson, Anton Stack, Brendan Aronson, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Now, if we did shape up like this, I'd be reasonably happy because you kind of got 2 8s in there in Stack and Aronson. I don't mind a little bit of protection. It would have been quite nice to have gone even more offensively. Do we need another 6 in there next to Ampadu? I don't think so. I think Stack can do that doggy work himself. And interestingly, again, James Justin is preferred to Jacobiel, or should I say Joe Rodon is preferred to Jacobiel. Get your thoughts in the section below on that one, everybody. Moving over to Sunderland. Big team news. Now, we saw it on the airwaves earlier on, and arguably Sunderland fans, don't go crazy, but for me, one of their players of the season, if not the player of the season, has been Robin Roofs. Absolutely unbelievable for them this season. So consistent, so good in between the sticks. Has been replaced this evening by Elborg. Don't know anything about him, but yeah, it looks like Roofs out injured. Luke O'Nien comes in a back 3. We know the Tinkerman Regis Labrise does like to sort of manipulate the team to the opposition, and maybe that's why he's gone at 3 at the back. Who knows? Dan Ballard, who just signed a new contract, and Omar Alderete. Going into the midfield, it's Gertruda, who's getting a start for Sunderland this time out. Diarra, Siddiqui, 2 players Leeds United were interested in the summer. And of course, the ever-present Tri-Hume. Angulo, who they bought in the January window. Enzo Lefebvre and Eliza Mayenda. No Granit Xhaka. No Granit Xhaka. No Ronaldo. No Sirkin. No Roofs. No Isidore. No Broby. Big opportunity for Leeds United. Let's get into your comments. Okay, Liam says, how much was that amazing 2001 Leeds jersey? It is amazing, mate, and I paid way too much money for it. Way too much money for it. All I'll say is classic football shirts, and classic football shirts isn't great in terms of prices. Cara, how you doing, mate? I didn't expect anything less from you, sir. Leeds 0, Sunderland 209 double. Fair enough. Biel needs to start over Rodon. Ellis says, I think Biel is struggling a bit with the hammy and probably not able to do the full 90. He'll definitely come on though. Hope you're doing well, Con. Hi, Sammy. Match on together 2-1. Should I pay £30 to watch on TNT or just the watch along? Shrek, I'm not even going to answer that. You get a stressy, anxiety-ridden Leeds fan or listening to Scouser McManaman. Come on. A statement win, 3-0, says Cole. Up the Kin Whites. Sample says, come on, Leeds. Yaka not starting again. Yeah, look, and Farker's on the touchline as well, isn't it? It feels like everything has kind of gone Leeds here. You look at the injuries as well. Leeds aren't really that injury bound now. Obviously, probably Beale's on the bench, isn't he? That midfield is kind of as you were. You feel like if Farker, that is his perfect lineup, really, isn't it? It's his perfect lineup across the board now. Okafor's out, but that's it. You know, you got Dan James, you got William Yonta, you got Tanaka. Is Buenanotte in the squad? Presumably he's not. Let's have a quick look. You guys might actually tell me before I even get there. Let's have a quick look, but I presume he's not. I've got a feeling we're going to see Luke O'Nien on the floor a lot in this game. That's what I would suggest. Buenanotte isn't in the side again. So you've got Perry, Bornau, Beal, Longstaff, Tanaka, James, Nonto, Mecha, Peru. So yeah, the team is pretty. It's still one. Like I've always looked at Sunderland Leeds, and they came to Leeds last year and they were inferior in terms of Leeds finished 24 points ahead, but they were brilliant. They were so good on that night at Ellen Road. I was like, wow, this is a Premier League fixture. Not only the fans they brought, but on the pitch, they were good on the ball. They weren't stressing. They were going down at the right moments. They were good going forward. And it's not like I'd overlooked Sunderland at that point, but it felt like it was a 3-horse race in Leeds, Burnley, and Sheffield United. After that Leeds game, I know they kind of stopped and just went for the playoffs at that point. But I think a lot of people took notice of Sunderland because when they wanted to turn it on, they were a very good team at that level. So obviously they've come up, done wonderfully well. So I don't think you can take any game for granted in the Premier League as well. And, you know, I'm just more anxiety riddled than a lot of you with Leeds. Leeds have just hurt me so many times. So it's not being negative. I'm just an anxious Leeds fan. It's not being negative. I'm just, I'll probably air more on the caution of a 1-1 draw as opposed to like Leeds going out and blitzing the opponent 4-1. Lee says, top show with top content. Thank you, Lee. Top subscriber, buddy. Carl says, come on, you white. Steve Miller's in the building saying, even Connor, come on, the boys. Chris says, win tonight and only 3 points behind this lot. My name is Towers in the building. Hi, Tow. Hi, Connor. And hi to everyone who smashed the like button. Come on, Leeds. 3-1. Matt Ryan says, smash him 4-0. So he says, line up. It does look a bit defensive. No real one-on-one winger or playmaker, number 10 specialist. Yeah, and if you are Sunderland, I was mentioning this on the chat we did with Gav Henderson from Roker Report the other day. I was saying to Gav was like, how do you beat Leeds? And I said, well, if you can take the spice out of the crowd and you can take the zip out of Leeds' play within the first 20 minutes, because the crowd feed off what Leeds United do on the pitch, don't they? If you're able to do that, and this Sunderland team, let's be honest, it's not a poor team whatsoever. And the thing with Sunderland, with what they've done, is they've spent a lot of money, but they've built a lot of really good rotations in that team. Big fan of Mienda, big fan of Hertrude, big fan of obviously Tri-Hume in there, but he's not a rotation player. But Diarra hasn't been available for a lot of the season. He comes in, doesn't he? But he's still a strong team. It's still a strong team, and they've got like 6 players out. But I did think at the Stadium of Light, I know there was AFCON, but Leeds still had a few out as well. I thought we were a much better team at the Stadium of Light. I really did. So if we can impose our will on them, if we can play football, I'd like us to play football in this game. That sounds stupid, but I don't think Leeds, the necessity in this game is for Leeds to pump the ball into the channel and run off it. I think there's a variation, a pragmatism of which we can do that. But ultimately, it would be great if Leeds could just, play on the ground like we did. That is, for me, the goal of the season. It's the goal of the season at the Stadium of Light. It was a mesmeric goal from back to front, a proper team goal. And I was speaking to Gav the other night from Roker Report, who's a Sunderland fan, and Gav said it's the best goal we've seen at the Stadium of Light this season from an opposition team. And we just looked very good on the ball. And the team wasn't that dissimilar to what we put out tonight. So, guys, as well, if you want to get involved in the player ratings, we post a link in the Patreon group, and we'll do like a little specialist stream tomorrow, and it'll basically be going through the player ratings, doing a bit of, we have the series called Naked with Connor, which is like the behind the scenes of the YouTube thing. I think you guys will enjoy it if you're not part of the Patreon already, and all proceeds go to helping the One Leeds channel. The One Leeds, I was about to say fan channel, the One Leeds channel. Okay, and as well, guys, I have to plug our fantastic sponsors, as always, the brilliant Shop G&O, who you can tell are on screen right now, just in the corner. Listen, Shop G&O powered One Leeds. Wouldn't be able to do what we do without Shop G&O. They are an e-commerce site ran by a fantastic Leeds fan and a friend of mine, so I can personally vouch for him. They've got some really good schemes going on their website right now. More products being added weekly as well. If you go and sign up right now, everybody, there is a scheme of which you can be part, and you can be one of the front runners when it comes to more products being put on the site. An initiative scheme which you can go on there, become a registrar, and then you can get all benefits and all that sort of stuff. Well worth getting involved, everybody. Well worth getting involved. Also, the job match group. Tough times for a lot of us, isn't it? It's a tough time for a lot of us when it comes to jobs and all this sort of stuff. I was made redundant twice, and these guys helped me out. I knew about them before they sponsored me. It tailors, it helps, it gives you benefits. It has better rates than Indeed and Monster. Check the guys out. Absolutely brilliant. And of course, the best replica jerseys in the game. Okay, jerseys. You see me repping. This isn't a replica, but you see me repping the replicas consistently. Well worth it. I go out. I went out with a Bilbao one the other day. Genuine. I was in a coffee shop. Someone said to me, know his name. You know, I always go in and have an oat, flat white, extra hot, no lukewarm flat whites. He said to me, Connor, where'd you get that shirt from? And I said, where do you think I got it from? And he goes, is that an official Bilbao top? I said, no. That's okay jerseys. And with code LEEDS, 8% off. Do it. Get in the comment section below, everybody. A fantastic Leeds shirt, Connor. Thank you so much, bud. Shrek says, thanks for everything you do for the fans, Connor. Yes, thank you for the fans as well, mate, like yourself. Thank you. Joe's nibbled. Night, Joe. Love what Farker's done this season. However, think him not starting Beale is crazy. Look, let me be honest, right? He has, since that City game, Daniel Farke has done an extremely good job. It is a job of which I did not expect. From the plethora that we'd seen, the build-up of what we'd seen at Norwich, some of the tendencies, some of the things that the fans down there didn't like, his stint at Mönchengladbach, of which wasn't great overall, you know, and it had the Mönchengladbach fans also speaking about Daniel Farke in not the greatest way when he left. Him coming to Leeds, you're doing really well in that championship season, but Daniel Farke's big black marker was always Premier League. Is he a Premier League manager? Well, right now he's proven that he is. He's definitely proven that he's worth his weight, you know, in Premier League gold. So, and you look at the turmoil that's going on around us. There's Igor Tudor, and there's people saying that in 3 weeks, he's got 2 to 3 weeks to save his job at Tottenham. You've got Nottingham Forest, who it genuinely wouldn't surprise me if they brought in a fifth manager, if Pereira's not to get a win in midweek and then another win at the weekend, they've got a home game. They don't win that. Would not surprise me if Pereira goes and they panic and go get Dyche back. And there's a relative calmness at Leeds United. And I have to say about Daniel Farke, to turn it around like he's done, is pretty incredible. And it has him, in my opinion, as one of the contenders for manager of the season. I would give it Keith Andrews, but I think a definite contender of manager of the season is Daniel Farke. I know I'm saying this before the game, we could lose, but he's done an excellent job, and it's something I didn't expect. But you guys know, we were saying it, and it's not an I told you so thing. All of you lot were saying it. We needed to go 2 up top way before that City game. He then did it. and it all changed. So maybe we're right. Maybe we should take coaches' jobs in management. Maybe Nottingham Forest should hire me, or maybe Tottenham Hotspur should hire Simon in the chat, or Cole Foster should become the boss at Tottenham. Do you know what I mean? Because we're all saying the same thing. But jokes aside, Farke's done a really good job, and I didn't expect it. I didn't expect him to be. You rarely see managers turn it around when they are when they are in a really dark spot. Farke's turned it around. That never happens in Premier League. You never see it. There's a sacking, and that's credit to the 49ers, or there's potentially resignation, whatever might happen. It's very rare for them to turn it around. He's turned it around. So you've got to give him mass credit for that. You really have. Ian says, love the Strongbow shirt. Have an original. Good man, Ian. Just don't put it in the wash, pal. Just don't put it in the wash. Manager of the season, Farke, give over. Okay, fair enough. George says, my only change here would see Willie Moore insert jokes here, but honestly doesn't get enough time, but so creative and driven would see more. Not a complaint, just my opinion. No, it's fair, mate. It's fair, 100%. Paco Mac Man says, wait until tonight is over first. We are still far from safe. I agree. Mike's in the building. There you go, Mike. Good to see you in there, mate. I said switch to a back three at the start of the season. I'm better than Pep, says Charles. The perfect case of the football isn't pretty, but it works indeed. George says, gone from wanting to sack him to manager of the season. Lots changed. Do you know what, George? It's funny how football works, isn't it? You know, it's funny how football works, and that's genuine. But it's a reactive game, mate. It's a reactive game, and it's based on empirical evidence. There was nothing to suggest to me that Daniel Farke was going to be this pragmatic. Literally, it's not happened before. The guy rarely changes formations and rarely has done in his career. It's 4-2-3-1, sometimes the odd 4-3-3, but very rarely. So I base it on evidence. I don't just base it on blind faith, heart throbs. I base it on evidence. What's happened? Be objective about it. Don't let feelings get involved. He's not done it, so therefore he's not going to do it again. He's not making the correct decisions at the very beginning of the season, so that would suggest to me that he's going to continue not making the right decisions in the Premier League, a la Vincent Kompany at Burnley, a la Russell Martin at Southampton as a newly promoted boss, trying to almost promote his profile above the club's. That's what I thought, and he's kind of gone completely round. He's switched 180 with that. But what I would say is we were always all saying this from August, September. Maybe there's a bit of discussion, debate. We all said this squad was good enough to stay up. We did. We said it was good enough to finish 17th. But Farke's done an excellent job. And if he finishes higher than 17th, he's got a big pat on the back with me. Match on Pod says, give me 3 points, Connor. Don't care how scabby it is. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Ben SAFC's in the building, says, think we Sunderland get tonked tonight? I don't think so, mate. I don't think you get tonked. Remember, guys, Big Sam was as good as Pep, Ancelotti and Arteta. So he says, Xhaka, Sunderland's poor run of form coincided with him being out. They didn't really suffer during AFCON as he was present. I think Xhaka being out for him is huge. Like, Xhaka's, I didn't realise how good a footballer he was. Because he's been coveted. I mentioned this on a podcast I was on the other day. You think about his time at Arsenal, you think about his time at Leverkusen, maybe internationally, obviously there's a bit of a difference there because he's part of a weaker nation, but I didn't realize how good he was when he is the best player. Because you see Xhaka coming in at 32, 33, I think he's at, and you think, he's coming in as a captain, as a leader. You think probably the same thing with Jordan Henderson, but you look at Jordan Henderson and you look at Granit Xhaka with the greatest of respect when it comes to a technical level on a football pitch. Xhaka's about 4 leagues ahead of him. 4 leagues ahead of him. Granit Xhaka has been so good for them this season. And I think a lot of people believe it's just mentality. It's just captain. It's not. On the pitch, how he's able to vary his playing the number 6 role under mass pressure, how he conducts. He's a general on the football pitch. He sees things on the football pitch. He'll tell, a winger to invert. He'll drag someone over as a central midfielder and say, look, I need you to drop back while I go forward. He's a complete midfielder. So yeah, him being out is really important. Evening Talk Fan TV. Hi mate, how's it going? Good to see you in here. Is that a Bournemouth fan? Hello. How's it going? Dave's in here as well. Hey Dave. John's in here. John Redding tonight. John. Evening Connor. Bring us a win tonight. Might see you in the quarters then. Indeed. Is anybody else super excited for this one? Xhaka raises Sunderland higher than what Henderson. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Completely agree with that. Chris says Xhaka signing of the season, hands down. I love Stack and DCL, but Xhaka has been good. He has. I think I put Stack up there. I think Stack's right up there in terms of signing of the season. I really do. But Xhaka. And DCL, got to put DCL up there as well with the goal return. We bought him in for free, didn't we? That's got to be taken into consideration, his valuation. So, yeah. He's on the bench as well. Bear that in mind, Xhaka. Paul O'Brien says, evening, Connor, let's do this. Hi, mate. Meow says, when people seem to be confused by others changing their opinion based on new evidence, it makes me worry. Does that mean they don't? Please try it, guys. I know. Meow, it's the game of which we are involved in on YouTube. People are more bothered about being proven right instead of their team winning. Like, it's crazy, mate. Like, before getting into the YouTube game, before having won Leeds, I never knew what it was like. I was like, yeah, surely everybody just wants the team to do well, but people would much rather be proven right in this sort of content sphere. It's very, very strange, but it is what it is. Rob, hi, Rob. Rob, I thought you were a girl then. Is that your hair? Hey up, Connor, let's have it, Leeds. Mark Strong's in the build. Now you Mark. What a name. Mark, you look about 20 years old. You can't be called Mark Strong. Mark Strong sounds like a lad who's down the pub 2 or 3 times a week. Do you know what I mean? Works on a site and he's just a man. Do you know what I mean? Mark Strong. I feel like you can't be Mark Strong and look 20 years old. Do you know what I mean? I feel like when you call Mark Strong, you've got to be an experienced person on sites. You know, you've done your stint in Australia. You've been a labourer out there. You've come back. You're a grizzled vet over here. You know, you've built a man cave in the back garden. That's Mark Strong. Do you know what I mean? You sit there, you're going to watch Leeds United, probably get a little bit pissed. Do you know what I mean? Get up for work the next day at 5 a.m. That is Mark Strong. Rajiv says, evening, Connor. It's 1 a.m. in India. Hi, Rajiv. Excited about today. I know you said it will be an unchanged 11, but somehow wished otherwise. Does Xhaka not start in change again? I think it does, Rajiv. Yeah, I think it does. There's a lot of changes in that Sunderland side. What I don't trust, though, is Regis Labrise, because he is a tactician. And I wonder if he's thinking at some stage during this game, we're going to chuck Xhaka on for a certain other body. Maybe I'm giving Labrise too much credit there, but maybe he chucks him on for a certain body to maybe puts him on the left. Who knows? I just feel like Labrise has always got something in his head, a tactic. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not as cut and dry as we believe. Mark Strong is an actor. That's a fact. Yeah, Mark Strong from Guy Ritchie movies. Superb dedication of Mark Strong. Mark, incredible. Lorkang, how you doing, mate? How do you feel about Rodon starting after being a doubt? I'd have preferred Beal, but I'd have preferred a backline of Beal, Justin, and Strauch at the minute. That's just personal preference on form. But I don't mind Job in there. We should really dictate possession in this game, you would think. So if we dictate possession, then there's not going to be that much onus on Rodon to be varying his passing, especially with the fact that we're going to be building out from the back. I think the pressure is put on Joe Rodon when he's pressed in a back line, and he also has to, because Leeds are trying to build up from the back, he also has to vary his passing. I don't think Joe's mid to long range passing is great, especially under a press. I prefer Beal in that role. I think all 3 defenders are better passers and distributors than Joe Rodon. Heavy comment, but I think that's true. So yeah, I would rather Beal been in there, Strauch and Justin, but Joe's always fine. I do love Rodon, of course. Why no Beal? Why no Beal? Must be carrying a niggle, maybe, mate. Could be right. Could be. The Jarl says, your last name sounds like a Celtic warrior and you're a YouTuber. I know, mate. I know, but I mean, I can change my YouTube name to the Celtic warrior. I can do if you want. Do I look like a Celtic warrior? Can you have curtains haircut-wise and be a Celtic warrior? Maybe. Maybe you can. Come on, Leeds, says Deck. Matt says, why do I feel nervous about tonight? It's because it's one of those games that it's one of the home games, isn't it, mate? It's one of the home games, and we're thinking, God, these are the ones that we're targeting. Like, we don't win a home game tonight, and we're going to be looking at the others, aren't we? And thinking, okay, we need to pick up a win there and maybe a win there. And that's what it is. And we're Leeds fans, aren't we? And we're all a little bit nervous, unless your name's Brownie, who appears to never be nervous at all. So yeah, that unwavering confidence can be quite infectious, but yeah, it is what it is. Sunderland's team looks like it is Melker Elborg, Try Hume at left back, Omar Alderete, Ballard, Luke O'Nien. So it's not a dissimilar back four to what they've had before. Hertrude, who I do really like, has been brought in for this one, and Siddiqui, Diarra in front of him, and Gulo, who looked good against Bournemouth. I thought Enzo Lefebvre and Mienda. It's not a bad team. It's not a bad team. That, I guess the only thing I'd look at is their bench. The bench doesn't look that strong. Doesn't look that strong. So something to look at there. Obviously, they've got Xhaka on there, haven't they? But I think Isidor's on there. He might be on there, but yeah, little zoning in on Stacky Boy there. Let me just turn my phone off. So, guys, if you've not been with us before, this is the drill. I set up my timer. Your stream is probably ahead of mine. If you want to be on my commentary, listen, I'm going to press start in probably in around 2 minutes, and you can be on my level. Listen, if you don't want to do that, if you want to watch your own thing, that's absolutely fine. Do us a favor, though. Don't come in and just go, your stream's behind. I know it's behind. So it is what it is. It's the stream I have. I can't do anything about it. Ellen Road looking absolutely pitch perfect. Leeds kicking from left to right toward the Kop end. Leeds United versus Sunderland. Crystal white versus that lovely black kit, actually, Sunderland have. And here we go. As I say, guys, thank you so much for any super chats that come in. I greatly respect that and appreciate it. All goes to the running of the One Leeds fan channel. Thank you. Ian's in the building. Love from Perth. Western Australia. Wow. Mate, unless is that an abbreviation for something else? March on together, all Leeds, aren't we? Looks like a packed house at Ellen Road. Oh, lovely bit of skill there and Leeds on the back foot there. Was that Pascal Strout? Was it Angulo? I'll tell you what, nearly a yellow card there for Pascal. Has he got one? Lovely drop of the shoulder there by the Sunderland winger. Was it Angulo? That looked very good. Nilson Angulo there. I mentioned this earlier on. I think they brought in for like 17 million quid in the January window. Love little drop of the shoulder there, and yeah, look at this. They're already going for a long one, a long throw, a long free kick. What the hell is that, Connor? But yeah, they're packing everybody in the box already. What's quite interesting here with Sunderland is, normally with a free kick like this, you'd be a little bit maybe worried about the counter-attack. Looks like they've just got all the bodies in the box. But just a little bit of quality there from Sunderland as well. Just keeping Leeds on the toes. Ball into the box. Headed out by James Justin. Diarra wins it above Aronson. Anton Stack gets it. Tackled really well by Diarra there. And in a heap goes, I think it was Nilson Angulo there, actually. And Leeds win a free kick. So yeah, strong start by Sunderland there. You know, free kick immediately and some big tackles going in. Justin did well. They've got a very athletic midfield as well. It's a powerful midfield, that Sunderland midfield. So yeah, I'm quite surprised that everybody's this confident about this game. I'm very much still a bit nervy about this one. They're pressing very high as well. So yeah, Leeds have just got to get into a rhythm. No complacency, but they are pressing. It's man for man here, really, from Sunderland, which throws up its own task because obviously Dan Ballard's very strong at the back. So is Alderete. So yeah, Sunderland have it again here. Try Hume. Angulo skims past Gruev, puts the ball into the box, and yeah, Leeds clear. And Gruev just gets ahead there of, I believe it was Enzo Lefebvre. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's getting dragged back by Alderete and should win a foul, and maybe that's a yellow card. Not a yellow card there. Very similar to the Strauch incident there as well. But good to see Dominic Calvert-Lewin touch the ball. But yeah, sort of interesting start by Sunderland here. It's very, very high press. And it's man for man. They're leaving two up every time, it looks like. So Leeds are really struggling to get, not really struggling, but there's no available passing lanes between the lines so far here. Anyway, Leeds have a little bit of it here. James Justin, who's on this right-hand side, cuts inside to Jayden Bogle. Stack, Bogle. Leeds just recycling the ball along the back line. Strout looks like he's actually the centre part of the back two, which is interesting. James Justin goes over the top, and it's cleared into touch by Alderete. Leeds throw. If you're new, everybody, do us a favor, slap a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribing as well to One Leeds. We'll be here with the instant match reaction as always. And we will be here with the Patreon reaction as well, which if you want to sign up, you can do. Links in the description below. Okay, Jayden Bogle. Leeds getting a lot of the possession now as well, which is good to see, just settling in. Sunderland seem relatively comfortable between the lines. Joe Rodon keeps going down towards James Justin and Jayden Bogle down that side. So I think this is the kind of passiveness sometimes with Leeds been on the ball that annoys me, but it's all right. But here we go. This isn't passive. It's Gabby Goodmanson hitting that byline again, ball into the box, just a little bit too much there by Gabby Goodmanson, but going on one of his long, rangy, arcing runs there, which I genuinely don't believe teams expect. Like, he just gets the ball and runs. He is a winger. He's almost just like a direct winger, just takes on Luke 09 there and Nilsson and Gulo. And I tell you what, there's a little avenue for him down there because 09's not the best 1v1 defender. He's also not that quick. So maybe there's a little avenue for Leeds United to exploit down there as opposed to this right-hand side, which maybe has a little bit more quality down for Sunderland. Yeah, Leeds dominating possession. Sunderland seem happy for Leeds to just have the ball. Gruev forming a back three at points. Obviously, James Justin is this basically appears to be Elia Gruev in possession. Just as another centre-back, a left-sided centre-back, and then you've got James Justin pushing high on that right-hand side with Jayden Bogle. Okay, so again, Justin on the ball. Can we move a little bit quicker? Leeds just, there's options for Leeds to go forward here, and we're choosing the safe option sometimes here, just in this first sort of 4 or 5 minutes. And again, here goes Goodmanson. He's off again. Down this left-hand side, puts the ball into the box. It's into a really good space there, and it has to be hacked away there by Siddiqui. But clear little exploitation there for Leeds United down that left-hand side. Lovely little play by Goodmanson, who appears to be the furthest player, you know, the best player going forward for Leeds at the minute. Dom's not really had a touch of the ball. I think this might be a bit of a tough game for Dom because he's going to be really sort of isolated by, you know, Alderete and Ballard, who've been fantastic for them this season. Big thing in this game as well, though, they haven't got Michele, which should play into Leeds' hands. Big launcher there by Ampadu from the throw-in, goes all the way out. I think they've been getting a bit weaker, haven't they, these throw-ins? Kind of noticed it in that game in particular against Man City, where they were like the second worst team on set pieces, and Leeds really struggled to conjure anything from set piece until Yacobiel came on. So Leeds have gone all the way back to the goalkeeper here. That's a shame. That's a shame because it seemed like a really good position for Leeds from that throw in there, and Sunderland have pushed 20 yards up the pitch here. Okay, Ampadu. Brilliant football by Ampadu. Brilliant football by Leeds there. And Ampadu plays the ball behind James Justin. Needs to play it in front of him there, but Justin does well. Jayden Bogle up against the left back for the first time out here. Jayden Bogle tries to cut across him. I thought he could have beaten him there, Jayden. Just didn't seem to fancy himself. He took a couple of step overs. And yeah, bit strange one there by Jayden. Couple of step overs and just fired it into the left back's ankle. But Ethan Ampadu here on the long throw. Leeds throwing. Joe Rodon's in there. Obviously, we do miss that presence of Biol in there, who Biol is much better in the air, isn't he, than Joe? So probably aiming for Pascal. It's a flat throw-in. And again, Lee's not been able to get anything on it. Goodmanson, okay, it's a bit wayward there by Gabby Goodmanson. Not any sort of quality on that. Fires it out for a goal kick. But yeah, it's just these throw-ins again. It's obviously become part of the Leeds United playbook, hasn't it? But I don't know if there's anything that I don't really know what we do with them. We can just launch it into the box, don't we? There's no real, like, you'll see Arsenal do it, won't you? And there seems to be a bit of a tactic there with Leeds. It is just launch it into the box and see what happens, it feels. But yeah, it was a bit of a flatter one, that, from Ethan. Sunderland goal kick. Aronson loses it, but then gets it back. Really good from Ethan Ampadu. First time pass out to Jayden Bogle. And you got to think with the generalisation, the general look at this, everybody, Leeds have got to be looking at this as a win, not because you know, it's Sunderland. Because I think, you know, even a point against Sunderland would be a good result, but it's just with the amount of players that they've got out and the amount of sort of players that Leeds have got available. It's a big opportunity at Ellen Road, big opportunity, especially with the position that we're in. You know, to get those 3 points. I think that's the main thing to focus on today. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but with Sunderland having so many key players out, it's a real opportunity for Leeds to get all 3 points in a game of which, if they had all these personnel available, it would be a lot tougher. Caldala. Ooh, it's a very risky pass there to Ethan Ampadu, and Leeds get out of it. Leeds win. It is all Leeds at the minute. And then Ethan Ampadu just uncharacteristically, apart from that Man City game, just boots the ball out of play. Sunderland throw. Sunderland have it anyway. Bit of reprieval for them, ball over the top, and they give the ball straight back to Leeds United, which I guess will be very frustrating for Regis Labrie there. He's not happy with that. Sunderland have just got the ball and effectively they've just had the ball back for 2 seconds and passed it back to Leeds. So I get Leeds have had 85% possession in the first 10 minutes, which is crazy, really. I don't think we had a shot. So, I mean, Sunderland will be happy with this, and Sunderland have done this throughout the season. You know, I remember Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. I think they won down there, didn't they? 2-1. I think they had about 10% possession, and not just, you don't need to dominate the ball to win games. It's all about being good on the counter attack, and they are sat very high here as their forward line. They've kind of gone. It looks like they've gone man to man. So there's Miende, Diarra, maybe even Hertruda there, and they're on Leeds' back three when they're building up. So Ballard headed out. Farke's red card rescinded. Yeah, I think it looks like it. I think Leeds are appealing it, don't they? And they get a notification before that Norwich game. So Luke O'Nien on it. Elborg, goalkeeper, who Leeds need to test tonight. You know, a new goalkeeper, bad kick out there. There we go. There's the rustiness. Leeds win it back. Chance. Gruev plays it behind Aronson. Brendan Aronson, it's shite from Gruev. Excuse my French. Plays it behind him. And then Aronson's going to be offside there, I think, is he? No, he's not. Real opportunity there from Leeds. Leeds just not incisive enough, not got enough quality there to... Aronson again, just giving the ball away. Silly. And the ref's going to give a free kick, is it? No, Aronson's won it back. It wouldn't surprise me if he pulls it back. He hasn't. Aronson's done well. And then Stacks kick the ball out of play. Leeds just sloppy in the final third and not really generating anything in terms of chances. 10, 11 minutes in, and Leeds have had 85% possession and absolutely nothing to show of it. That big chance there. Dom runs down the keeper. Elborg with a terrible kick. Ampadu's first touch is excellent into Stack. Stack plays it to Gruev. Gruev plays it behind Aronson. You need to play it into his front step there. Aronson has to bring the ball to his front step. And Ballard gets a block in, and it's a wasted opportunity that for Leeds because the young goalkeeper in net makes a mistake when it comes to distribution. But Leeds have got to really bank on that because, you know, this is a new goalkeeper. He's not played this season. Hume tries to get rid anyway, pressed by Jayden Bogle. Hume on the ball, getting pressed all the way back. He's probably going to look for a free kick here if he can get it. Alderete clears. Enzo Lefebvre tackled really well by James Justin. Aronson, he's got to start keeping hold of the ball better. Brendan Aronson, it feels like it's one of those games for him. Jayden Bogle, Leeds have it. They need to just be a little bit quicker going forward, Leeds, and we go back again. It's just the incisiveness. We don't need to rush it, of course, but it's just a bit passive in Leeds' build-up, you know. 10 minutes in, just a little bit passive. We've not really created anything. Sunderland been very comfortable in the shape as Mienda's just thrown himself to the floor. And I think Sunderland will probably be quite happy with this, to be honest with you. And I said to Gav, didn't I, if they quell the home crowd the first 20 minutes, they'll be happy with that. Ballard comes away with it. Siddiqui. Alderete. Hume. Rodon presses Diarra all the way back home. Alderete picks it up, goes down the channel. Really good interception there. Bit of a weak hit that from James Justin. This is where Leeds need to move. And we don't again. Stack wins it back. Bogle does well strength-wise. See, and Sunderland might win the thing with Sunderland is Sunderland haven't really had a touch of the ball, but you can see when they do have a touch of the ball, they're trying to find the channels pretty quickly. And there's a press there by Leeds, of course, but Leeds are just really passive on the ball. Really passive. It's doing this thing where we used to see it in the Championship, where it's just passing the ball to the centre-backs, passing the ball to the centre-backs, passing the ball across the back line. And it's an easy way out sometimes. I'd like it if the Leeds players, even under a bit of pressure, take the ball on the back foot, try drive at the opponent. Even if you're going to lose it, you know, you might generate a chance. And this is kind of why you may see Dominic Calvert-Lewin a little bit isolated if we continue like this. But Sunderland pressing very high here. They've got 3-on-3 when it comes to our build-up, which is going to force Leeds to go long, which Darlow's just done. And then you've got Dan Ballard up against, and look at that. I mean, you got Alderete and Dan Ballard up against Dominic there, which is naturally going to be a bit tough for Dom, I think. Gabby Goodmanson, pressed by Luke O'Nien, who is a walking yellow card normally. Gives away a foul, Leeds free kick. That's an avenue, though. Luke O'Nien down that side. I've never rated him. Got to exploit it. Leeds have got to be quicker, though, here. We've got to be quicker. And I understand Sunderland needs to be a bit more movement from the front players. You know, needs to be a bit more risk. Only risk we've got at the minute is Gabby. Gabby does really well again. Anton Stack cuts inside. Poor from Stack, but Stack wins it back. Plays the ball. Gabby Goodmanson in a really good spot. Gabby, they're defending really well. Leeds get a corner, but they are defending really well, Sunderland. It's Leeds are struggling to get away from them, really. On that, you know, anywhere. We've not really seen Leeds advance, but they've done okay there, Leeds. Stack did well. Gabby got back on side, and Gabby Goodmanson has been the major threat. We all know when he hits that byline, don't we? He just needs to release it a bit quicker. He's taking his time there, but Leeds have got a corner. Anton Stack, this would be a nice time to score. 15 minutes in. Stack ball in. All the way back. Okay, headed out. Leeds again from a set piece. Just, I don't know. We've definitely got weaker from set pieces. Diarra. He's done really well there. Leeds have actually won that. Is it a corner? Leeds have won. Once again, the fantastic camera work of TNT Sports hasn't caught what happened there. Looked like Diarra was about to win a throw-in, but I think he's knocked it off Tri Hume. Corner kick to Leeds. Got to get a bit better on these, haven't we, guys? I mean, City, I think we had 7 corners against City. It was only when Biol came on that we actually had one on goal. It's a new keeper. You got to test him. Stack, ball in. Again, Sunderland win it. Leeds nowhere near it. It's got to be better. Stack, though, wins it second time out. Anton, don't go back. Fucking hell, Leeds. Ball down the line. Aronson, corner again. We can't seem to beat the first man here, Leeds United. But it's pressure building up, which is good. Enzo Lefebvre deflects it wide. Got to start testing this goalkeeper. Even just like a long shot or whatever. You can't be coming up against a brand new, sprightly goalkeeper who's coming for Robin Roos for, I think, the first time this season. You can't have that and for Leeds not to test him in the first 20, 25 minutes. Stack on the corner. Ball in. Again, Sunderland win it. Leeds nowhere near it. Ball back in, though. Yeah, we're a bit lifeless at the minute from corners. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't. I'm not. It's kind of a little bit old school when it comes to Leeds United and corners. We're just like, I'm not even getting excited. There's a period with Leeds where I get really excited when we'd have like throw-ins and corners. Now it feels a little bit more weighted on open play or an Anton Stack free kick. Anyway, Sunderland come away with it. But yeah, if you didn't realise, everybody, the corner was dealt with pretty well. Stack, Justin. Sunderland do all right. Ballard. Siddiqui pressed by Bogle. Looking for an out ball. Finds one. Really good defending, though, by Leeds. James Justin, go forward, man. Space again to go forward. Elects to go back home. Darlow. Pressed by Sunderland. Oh, shit. On Darlow's. That's an incredible ball, actually, by Carl Darlow into Brendan Aronson. Get rid of it, Brendan. Plays it behind Goodmanson, but Leeds have a little bit. No, we're going to go back again. And we're all the way back again. Yeah, we're probably going to end up going back. I mean, this is perfect from Sunderland. It really is, because we're not doing anything from open play. Really, Leeds have the ball, but we don't seem to, when a team presses you, we don't want to alleviate it. We don't want to go past it. We just want to keep hold of the ball as much as we can. Gabby. And we lose it. There we go. And that's what happens. And Sunderland have the ball back. Luke O'Nien. Okay. Bit of confusion in the middle there. Ampadu and Stack look like they've gone together there. Hopefully they're okay. I think they are. Yeah, not. It's very passive from Leeds, this. Very passive. Doesn't seem to be a real intensity to our play. I think this the natural thing with this, everybody, as well, is do you need a 6 on the pitch? Do you need another number 6 on the pitch? I think that's the whole thing with what's going on here. Okay, the goalkeeper's gone down now. Don't really know what's going on. Oh, dear. Yeah, don't really know what's going on. There's a player down here, the goalkeeper, and all of a sudden he's back up and fine. I really hope this is how this game goes. I hope Sunderland don't play like this. Just play. I'll come to win. You know, I hope they come to win because it's just a good football match. You know, you always want to see that. I just really hope we don't see Sunderland just going down and falling over now and trying to stifle a draw. But you just never know. Elborg gets up, and Elborg's not been tested at all. The young lad who's just come in. Yeah, so Sunderland pushing high again. Caldalo goes long. Luke 09 wins it. Darlow again. Leeds absolutely love a ball to Caldalo, don't they? Darlow spams it out. 20 minutes gone, though. 0-0. Sunderland throw. Sounds like the Leeds crowd's getting a little bit frustrated, which is kind of what I said. And they're all. I think there's a penalty which looked like that maybe should have at least been looked at, and it wasn't again, which never happens with Leeds. I've told you 500 million. Oh, are they onside? Sunderland have a chance, and I don't know if he's offside there. Was that Eliza Meander? Offside, but probably the best moment of the game here. Best moment of the game. Good save by Caldalo. Ball played in centrally, and that's, to be fair to Sunderland, fair play to you. Look at that. And he was offside, but I just love the fact that they're just playing it, you know, they're trying to get it forward instead of this passive approach by Leeds at the minute where it's 700 passes before we get anywhere near the goal. So, yeah, just one pass there and Meander's had a strike on goal, albeit been offside. But yeah, I've said this before that, you know, when Alderete is getting the ball, he's trying to hit the channels. Leeds are kind of just a bit of a passive point right now. Strout fucking goes home again. Caldalo must have about 7 billion touches so far. Leeds have got to get a bit braver on the ball. Got to get a bit braver on the ball. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We're just not getting the rub of green at the minute. Rodon's got to deal with this, and he's offside again, Meander. It's a little bit of intensity switch up there by Sunderland, making Leeds a bit uncomfortable at the back there. But they've got the press on point. They've got the press absolutely on point. Leeds don't want to go past it. So if you're not going to go past it, then you're going to be quite predictable to play up against. Leeds have gone past it there, and they've won a free kick. Alderete. Oh, I thought we could have played on there, actually. It's going exactly how I expected this game. Exactly how I expected. I thought it was wild when people were saying like 3 or 4-1. Look at Gruev, man. See, Gruev, I've told you guys all along, when he's pressed, he don't want to know. I told you guys that till I'm blue in the face. It's very easy against Nottingham Forest when Forest are absolutely shite in the midfield and they don't want to know. When Sunderland are pressing you in the midfield, Gruev hasn't really got that range. Classic example there. But yeah, Elborg. Alderete. Very slow. Very slow. Leeds have got to go do something here. They've got to go try and move the ball off Alderete. Just standing there, watching, waiting for him to do something. Got to gain that intensity back that we kind of had maybe a little bit at the start. Meander, who's looked good so far. We try and get a free kick here, I think. Leeds don't win the 50-50. Siddiqui goes home, falls on the floor, rolls around. They're looking for a cut. This is it's a bad game, this, innit? It's a bad game. Do not give him a card. Don't give him a card because he's rolling around. Come on, be a proper official. Be a proper official now. Come on, big boy. Get your big boy pattern. Unfortunately, it looks like Sunderland have come to shithouse a point, which is fair enough. But Siddiqui rolling around there, it feels like there's a bit of a... bit of an objective here for Sunderland, it feels anyway. Which is fair enough. It's a game plan, I guess. And when they've not got all the best hitters available, they're probably thinking, Ellen Road's a tough place to go to if we can get out there with a point. Brilliant. But the game plan's working for them so far. '09 chops it down the wing. Offside. Very tight. Very tight. Nothing in this game, has to be said. Nothing in it. Who's the ref tonight? Sunderland Leeds. Sunderland Leeds referee. And Leeds go back to Darlow again. Stuart Atwell. Okay, interesting. Darlow's got it again. The playmaker for Leeds United. We've got to figure out of how to... Maybe we just bring another attacker on. I mentioned Nonto at the start to you guys. I've mentioned that several times in terms of just bringing Aronson. Putting Aronson on as like a number 8 in that midfield. Taking Gruev off. Giving us a little bit more license. Gruev, fucking hell, goes back in a place where he could have crossed it. We're going to go back to Darlow again. We've gone back to... God, this is frustrating. It's just having the crab on the pitch. Gruev, go forward! Go forward! Goes all the way back to the keeper. He's a crab. He's a crab when he's pressed. I've said this from day dot with Gruev. If he's pressed, he's not competent enough in midfield. If he's got time and space, he'll look a lot better, which he had against Nottingham Forest. But look, look at that. Gruev have ended up back at the goalkeeper because he can't use his right foot under a press. Back to the goalkeeper. Leeds just can't get out at the minute, and Sunderland have got this absolutely nailed because Leeds have got 15 defenders on the pitch. Back to keeper goes Gruev. Even Bogle there. Really poor from Bogle there. Dominic won his first header of the game. Really good winner, actually. And, Bogle just plays it beyond. The best player so far for Leeds has been Goodmanson. He just needs to keep going at Luke 09. Oh, God, and he flicks it behind himself, Goodmanson. Okay, I don't know where he's going here. Goodmanson, very unorthodox, isn't he? And Leeds go back again. Got to go forward a bit. There's got to be risk. Get yourself forward. We need to have like Ampadu in the 8. Ampadu needs to be in the 8 and then just put Gruev and we've gone all the way back again. Darlow's got the ball again. Just interested to hear the crowd there. And Leeds kick out of play. Sunderland are doing a job. Doing an absolute job on us right now. DCL has not had a touch. Ampadu's just literally tried to get the ball forward there and he just booted the ball out of play. There's too many defenders on the pitch. There's too many defenders on the pitch. And Sunderland are dealing with this very, very nicely. Very easily as well. There's no creators. You've not really got any connection from the midfield to the attack, apart from Anton Stack. But he's only one man. He's only one man. You can't have that route just to one man. But Leeds haven't tested that new goalkeeper in 30 minutes. 30 minutes we've not tested that goalkeeper, which is crazy. Yeah, this is shite. This is bad. This is not good from Leeds at all. This is very easy for Sunderland. Very, very easy. There's no plan here. There's no plan. So I can tell you exactly what Leeds are doing. So because we can't bypass this press, here we go. Mienda does really well. We'll get back onto that in just a second. Sunderland coming forward here. Angulo, who's looked good. Angulo plays the ball back. Luke 09 headed out. Leeds need to win that seconds. Have won the second. Ball on the edge. Diarra plays the ball out wide. Sunderland retreat a little bit, but Omar Alderete puts the ball in. Saved by Darlow. So what we're doing is, at the minute, we're trying to play out from the back, but we can't play out from the back because they're going man for man. They're going man for man, so Leeds can't get through the passing lanes, the networks at all. So what then Leeds are doing is they're getting pressed backwards. So then they're putting the ball to Carl Darlow. Carl Darlow's getting the ball, hoofing it down the pitch, and you've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin against two monsters at the back in Dan Ballard and Alderete. It's just not working, and Bogle's not had a good start. Couple of times where Bogle should have taken his man on. He's given away a couple of fouls needlessly. It's just a bit passive from Leeds here. There's no real creation and there's no real plan, it feels. It's very, very easy to deal with this so far. Again, though, a penalty should have been awarded to Leeds United. Let's be honest, the penalty should have been awarded to Leeds United. Luca 9 just absolutely all over Pascal Strout, but there's no point. If you don't appeal for it, you're not going to get it. Siddiqui. Alderete goes long. Again, it's a really good ball. Darlow has to get it. Alderete is becoming a bit of a problem, actually, back there in terms of he's just passing. He's getting the ball and just looking to hit it forward every single time. He's doing a really good job. Leeds have got to get out. They've got to be a bit more intense here. Ballard over the top. Mayenda beats Pascal in the air, but Leeds win it. Got to be a bit more intensity. Ampadu has the ball. And who's moving in front of him, by the way? Brilliant from Ethan Ampadu. Plays the ball to Goodmanson. Who's moving? Oh, yeah, Gruev just literally moves backwards. Closest player to Goodmanson. The ball hit Goodmanson there, and Gruev wants the ball backwards because he's not comfortable going forwards. And Leeds now have it in the back three again. And Darlow will get it. And Darlow's got it again. There we go. Darlow's got it again. Leeds clear it. Straight to Dan Ballard. Strout. Go back to Darlow. Hey, Darlow's got it again. Darlow touch count. Jesus Christ. Siddiqui getting pressed all the way back. Does really well there, doesn't he? But Leeds have won it. Stack, you've got to be a bit more potent here, Anton. No, he just a soft pass, Anton. Very lucky. Very, very lucky there. Very lucky. Stack just yard off it, doesn't he? A yard off it, and it's a free kick. Thank God for Gabby Goodmanson in this game. Just anything, any potency. Yeah, Stack just leggy on the ball. They look tired. Leeds look tired. You know, Stack, really good position there. Bogle did well. Pressed, I think it was Siddiqui all the way back. Siddiqui tries to get rid of it. Stack picks it up and he's just really slow on the pass and then goes backwards. Shockingly, again, in this game. So can we actually test the goalkeeper 32 minutes into his debut? We need to, look at him. He looks like I'm sure he might be excellent for Sunderland, but he looks like a little boy. Can we at least try test the goalkeeper? Anton Stack over it. Test the keeper. Leeds his first shot on target. Good save from Elborg. Went down his side, and that'll probably give the keeper a little bit of confidence. And hopefully Leeds a bit of confidence, a bit of momentum. It's been an absolutely dire first 32 minutes. Jesus. Joe, it's felt like that with Sunderland on, I think it was a couple of years ago when they stank it out and it was 0-0. That's Leeds' first effort on goal. I think is it one of either team's first efforts on goal? I think that's the first effort on goal in the game. One shot on target in 32 minutes. Stack, terrible corner. Bounces before it hits the first man. Gets another opportunity at it. Stack needs to liven up. Said it in the preview, though, don't we? We said it in the preview. It just feels like there's too many defenders on the pitch. Stack, ball in. Headed out again by Sunderland. Aronson back in. Punched away. Aronson. Justin. Oh, Ampadu goes all the way back. Fucking hell, man. This is painful. Stack. Really poor from Stack. Stack kicks it out. Stack's miles off it. Miles off it. Yeah, you can just tell. I think you can tell with Anton. But he's, yeah, everything. I mean, everything he was brilliant in at Villa and even against Man City, just his passing's off. Looks leggy. Looks really leggy. Sorry to be negative, guys. It's just what it is. It's Darlow touch count, isn't it? Darlow touch count versus Sunderland. Leeds win a free kick. Alderete again. Presumably he won't get a yellow card soon. Stack on the free kick here. How is it 35 minutes already? God. Poor from Stack again. Hits the first man. Way off it. Way off it. Aronson. Ball in. Over Pascal. It's just a severe lack of quality in this game. Real lack of quality. It's like a championship outing. Really is a championship game. Aronson overhits it way too far. Poor game. Really poor game. Knackered after City, people are saying, get Tanaka and Long. Oh, God, not Longstaff, no. Everton 1, Burnley 0. Keith says they've got to raise the tempo immediately. It's all too slow and predictable. It is, mate. Yeah, it is. It's very, very predictable. Very easy for Sunderland. And a lot of people won't like hearing that, but this is easy as it comes in a way, Dave, if they're coming for a point. Calvert-Lewin's not holding on to the ball at all, is he? I know he's got a bit of a task, but he's not had a good start. Calvert-Lewin either. Ball's coming to him, he's just bouncing off him. They need to get the ball into the striker. They're not doing it. Get the ball into Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That's what they need to do. Alderete's done really well there. He's having a good game, Alderete. Ball played around the side. They're just not getting the ball to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They've got to do it quicker. And we go back again. Fuck me. Excuse my French. Can we just get out of our 3? This is awful to watch. Get the ball into your number 9, Leeds United. Fucking hell. Excuse my French. And again, Goodmanson goes on one of his mazy runs and gets tackled. It's just all too predictable. Gruev, Goodmanson, we know what's happening now. Sunderland know what's happening. Gruev is going to just go this way and that way and not this way. And then you're going to get Goodmanson just trying his best to get forward, but it's all very predictable. That's the only outball Leeds have right now. Get the ball to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Defenders. They're just... And Darlow has it again. Fucking hell. Darlow literally the only one able to apparently put his foot through the ball, and it's a throw-in. This is fucking simple for Sunderland. The easiest game they'll play this season in terms of getting a point, this. We are making this game so easy for Sunderland. Start. Oh, fucking hell. Aronson. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God, Leeds. Jesus Christ. Excuse my French. Leeds have just had a golden opportunity. And as this game... Oh, my God. Leeds win the ball back. Sorry, guys, if you aren't watching. Alderete has a shocker. Stack nicks it off him. Alderete slips. Dominic Calvert-Lewin just stuck in the mud. Falls over. Stack gets it back. Aronson takes his time to shoot. And then Jayden Bogle, it's the corner flag. It's got draw written all over it, hasn't it? It's got draw written all over it, this. Go forward, Joe. Jesus Christ. Better. Moving it quicker. And then Jayden Bogle with a really, really heavy touch and falls over and gives away a free kick. Jayden Bogle's been on the piss last night, it looks like, as well. Try Hume rolling around on the floor. What an awful game to watch this is. It was a foul. It hit him in the face. Jaden's been poor. First touch is poor. Giving away a couple of fouls now. The whole team's been off it. Oh, dear. Also, you know, I keep mentioning this on the corners. You get an opportunity with the corners and you don't put it on the rookie goalkeeper. Don't put the ball on the rookie goalkeeper. You just basically playing a deep cross into the box. Why are we not testing him? I don't understand. Go back to Elan Melee when every team in the championship had tested him and put the ball on him. We're not doing it. Sunderland win a corner for the first time this game. Well, so we defend this. Enzo Lefebvre, there's Dan Ballard in there, Rudetti's grandma, there's Hertruda, there's Alderete. There's a lot of big boys in there. Deep ball. Ballard wins it. And I can't believe I thought that had gone in. Ballard wins it, and Sunderland look more dangerous from a set piece than we've done the entire game. Hume puts it back in. Headed again by Ballard. Fucking hell, mate. Get Beal on the pitch. And Hertruda wins another throw in. I can't be asked. I'm already getting annoyed. Just so predictable sometimes we are. Ball into the box. You absolutely know it's going to that meathead's head. But Ampadu can't get near him. Stacks on the floor. Weak from Leeds. Why are we not starting Beal? Why do we not start Beal? Why does Daniel Farker not start Beal? What does Joe Rodon give above Beal? What's going on here? Sean Longstaff becoming best mates apparently with Luke O'Nien, which is a bit weird. Luke O'Nien's the natural pantomime villain. He's someone who can't play football that well, but he enjoys the other side of the game, obviously. I don't know what Longstaff's doing there, the plum. He's taking the towel away from Luke O'Nien, which just eats up time. Bizarre. And he's just going to use that as an excuse. O'Nien puts it in. It's another corner. Oh, no, it's not. It's a goal kick. Yes, it's a negative watch, this, guys, unfortunately. This has been turgid. Absolutely turgid from Leeds United. We are playing into their hands so easily. Opportunities to hurt them on set pieces, opportunities where they've lost it at the back, and we look really sloppy. We don't look like we've got an idea at the minute. We're not hitting Dominic Calvert-Lewin at all. The defence prefer to keep the ball at the back for 5 or 10 minutes in possession and then don't do anything with it. Just hit Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Look at Alderete. Look at what he does every single time with the ball. He just tries to play it in behind. I know they're playing a low block, but you can drag them out of a low block. Farker might have to take Gruev off here, put Aronson in the midfield and bring like Nonto on or something, because we just don't appear to want to go beyond that press at the minute until they make a mistake. Goodmanson goes forward to absolutely no avail, and it's a goal kick again. Goal kick again. Shite from Goodmanson. It's probably like one of the first times Leeds have come up against the low block as well in the Premier League, because obviously we would be deemed as the team who would probably enforce a low block, but very, very simple for Sunderland, this. No effort even from them. In terms of no effort for them to get this W. It's been very, very simple in terms of a draw. But yeah, I feel like it's an opportunity missed if we're not able to get the win here. Just pure, I don't know, I said take a draw, but just the absentees that they've got. It's pretty crazy. Goodmanson again. And he goes really early for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's not in position yet, and it goes all the way through to the keeper. Brain dead there from Gabby Goodmanson. God. And no one's near Dominic, by the way. Nobody's near. Dan Ballard's doing really well against Dominic Calvert-Lewin at the minute. Got to move the ball quicker. And we've gone back again. James Justin, Bogle. Fucking hell. And we've gone all the way back to Darlow again. Darlow hoofs it. Leeds have it. Aronson, gone back again. Strauch. No movement in front of him. No movement. Goodmanson, Strauch. Ampadu, Strauch. Oh, we've gone forward. And we give it away. All the way back to Darlow. God. Leeds are just slipping everywhere as well, which is not ideal. And Rodon gives it back. Oh, we've won a free kick. Apologies, guys, for the lack of enthusiasm. This is just terrible. It's awful. And this is what Sunderland want, you know? And this is when I was talking about Regis Labrise. It was like, you know, has he got some sort of master plan to bring Xhaka on and, you know, inject that little bit of quality? And Leeds go back again. Jayden Bogle has the opportunity to go forward. And we have to pass it all the way along the back line. Look, we do it all the time along the back line to then generate that final pass. Ampadu, can we go forward? Rodon, can we try go forwards? I mean, that looked like a foul, referee. It really did look like a foul from Tri Hume, who loves the deck. Siddiqui. Intruder. Good God, this is poor. Luke 09. Leeds just, there's no urgency. There's no fucking urgency. Leeds win a throw and we just kind of stand around. Ampadu gets rid. No one within 40 yards of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And it goes straight through to the untested goalkeeper. Leeds with 71% possession and 1 shot. Two minutes added on. It is a tough watch, lads. It really is an awful, awful game of football. I don't blame Sunderland. If anything, it's a pat on the back for Sunderland. They've got players out. We are playing into their hands. Not getting the ball to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, making set pieces look way more difficult than they need to be. Aronson here with a bit of space. Checks back. Plays the ball that's too long for James Justin. Bogle's got to fucking take a man on. He's got to take a man on. And he doesn't. Or he does, but he gets tackled and tackled again. And then Sunderland get out of it. Bit of space here. And Ampadu passes it straight back to Sunderland. Stack, ricochets. And Sunderland have got it again. Strauch. This is just awful. Pass the ball. Brendan doesn't pass the ball, wins a free kick. Thought he could have played it to Dominic Calvert-Lewin there. And there's going to be another yellow card or a yellow card for Intruder there. Stack's got to at least get this on target. Just please give us just something. Oh, what's going on here? They're all kicking off. It's just a yellow card. Aronson, look at Dominic Calvert-Lewin there. He just wants the pass. Aronson's trying to, and he's done all right there, Aronson, but just release the ball to Dominic Calvert-Lewin and he's in. A set of whingers, aren't they? They are a set of whingers. But bit better from Leeds. Aronson gets the ball, plays it. It's a poor ball from Brendan Aronson. Okay, I don't really know what's going on here. The highlight package now has been stopped. Luke 09's been talking to the referee. 09's been booked. See, this is where you've got to target him. Like we've not targeted the goalkeeper. You've got to target Luke 09, for goodness sake. Can we stop talking to Gruev about taking the free kick, please? Just have a shot, mate. Elbow in net. Stack over it. Come on, Stack. Only shot on target this game has been from a free kick from him. Come on. Good position. Stack. Fucking hell. Sums up the half. Hits the wall. Gabby, go on. Go at him. Fucking hell. Has the opportunity. Stops. Lets the defender gain shape, gain balance. And then he decides to take him on. The defender then gets an interception. Jesus Christ. Most passive first half I think I've seen it like since a championship game, you know? So passive. Ampadu with a throw. Frustrating, man. Launches it. Flat one. Leeds lose out again in the box. Aronson. Sunderland come away with it. And thank God the referee's blown there. I'll be honest with you. Thank God the referee's blown there because they were on a counter-attack. That was shite. Absolutely shite first half from Leeds United standards. And they're all arguing, and there should be some yellow cards diced out here, but they won't be. And they're still arguing with the referee, Sunderland. I mean, my God. Good Lord, that was... excuse my French, I'm trying not to swear. That was predictable, easy. Yeah, let's how about Farker, do us a favor, mate. We don't need 3 defensive midfielders on here and 5 defenders. We don't need it. We don't need 8 defenders on the pitch against Sunderland if you're trying to win it. If you're trying to win it, I knew he was going to start Gruev. This is why I said to Gabe, and Gabe disagreed, but this is, you know, Gabe's just at that point at this moment in time of just agreeing with whatever Farker does, which is fine. It's an interesting tact. But at this point in time, it's what I was saying with Gabe the other night. You have to put a number 8 in this game. Ampadu isn't going to work as a number 8 in this game. He's just not. So it is Gruev and Ampadu who are like that on the defender's toes. Bogle and Justin are not getting beyond the halfway line. You've got Gabby Goodmanson going on his mazy runs, but there's no support for him. Leeds are playing 8 defenders in this game, and still Dominic Calvert-Lewin is isolated. Like, it's really poor, this from Leeds. There's no excuses as well. Sunderland, really good half from their perspective, but it's poor, this from Leeds United. It's poor. You know, they've got the big hitters out of this game, and we've not tested a fucking goalkeeper who's having a debut and looks like a deer in the headlights. He's already kicked out a couple of dodgy ones. We've not tested him at all. It's passive. It's slow. Not good enough. Not good enough. Barney says, why do we need 8 defensive players, mate? I've no idea. But it's all about conservation, isn't it? And it's like how we build in the back line. How many times has Darlow touched the ball? What, 10 million? That's got to be the highest portion of touches Carl Darlow has ever had in a Leeds United shirt. It's ridiculous. It's a way out. When Leeds can't get past the press and they just want to keep the ball, they'll just go to Carl Darlow. How about if you're James Justin or Jayden Bogle, cut inside, use that left foot that you both got, create yourself a little bit of an angle and put it into the channel. Put it into the channel for Dominic Calvert-Lewin to run, to turn Sunderland around. What is the point in having the ball in a back 3, a back 5, a back 8, and not getting the ball to Dominic Calvert-Lewin? Just hit the channels. If you can't hit him direct, hit the channels. Make him work. Make him run. At this moment in time, you are just hitting long balls from central, and that's Darlow, hitting the ball to him, not getting players in and around him, and therefore Sunderland are recovering the ball. It's really poor, this. It's passive. Passive. Oh, God, but it's inexcusable. It's inexcusable having a new goalkeeper on the pitch who they all know is a new goalkeeper. Everybody's well aware of who Robin Roofs is. Okay, Robin Roofs, who's been probably statistically the best goalkeeper up there with Raya and maybe another Sanchez this season in the Premier League. You've got that. He's out of the team. The captain is out of the team. But ultimately, Elborg's coming for his debut. You've not tested him. Set pieces, you're taking the corner away from Elborg. Put it on him. Do an Arsenal. Put the corner on him. Get Beal on. Get Beal on 100%. I'd take Rodon off. Just passive Joe Rodon again. And we're not losing anything. I think we're gaining something from set pieces, bringing Beal on. We look really, really passive from set pieces, Leeds United. Stacks looked, and on the ratings there, it says he looks great, but he's had an opportunity to put balls into the box and on the keeper. He's not doing it. You can't have Gruev and Ampadu on in the second half. Gruev, I've said this to you guys multiple times. Against Nottingham Forest, when their midfield's pushed back and he's got time on the ball, Gruev you'll think, oh, he's played the ball forward, he's crossed the ball. So what were people saying about Gruev? I've said this all along. Gruev is a limited football. This isn't me being reactive. We've got a video coming out in the next couple of days, and it's called Keep or Sell. It's not reactive on this game. I've been very consistent with Elia Gruev. Elia Gruev, when he's pressed, doesn't have the footballing capabilities to bypass a press. He is a player who will get the ball, and when pressed, he will immediately pass it back to whence it came, or backwards. That's what he'll do. So do you need that on the pitch? Probably not when you've got Ethan Ampadu in that role. Get him off. But there's got to be an injection of pace. Craig says, we need to change up in the second half. Too many defensive players. They are following Fark's plan, though. Point a game they must not lose. Yeah, I do you know what it is? I just think it's an opportunity. You look at this team, right? And this isn't any disrespect, because I actually think you look at that team, and I think in that first half, Sadiqi's been good. I think Hume's been good. I think Diarra's been good. But you look at that team, and Angulo's brand new. Angulo's brand new in this team. Diarra is obviously is an excellent midfielder, but he's only recently come into the fold for Sunderland in the last couple of months. You look at Mienda, isn't a regular starter for them up top. He isn't. It's Brian Broby, and then maybe Isidore. Hertruda's come in for one of the first starts he's had. Michele's not in this team. Roofs isn't in this team. Xhaka, most importantly, isn't in this team. We've got to press the action a little bit. We can't be confuddled by a press and a low block. That cannot just confuddle Leeds United away from 3 points in this game. And I understand there's quality. I completely understand that with Sunderland, because there is. And I actually think that their game plan is miles more effective than us. They are trying to get the ball to Eliza Mienda immediately. Look at every time Alderete's got the ball. Gets the ball out of his foot, second touch, pings it down the line. Leeds will just keep the ball in the back line, keep the ball, recycle possession, go back to Darlow, recycle possession, go to Gruev, go to Ampadu, back to Darlow. It's just consistent. So you're never going to get forward, and the other team is just going to press you all the way back. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple game plan from Sunderland. Ah, dear. Gary says players ran themselves into the ground. Yeah, they look knackered, mate. But that's no excuse. It's no excuse. This Sunderland team have just been, they're riddled with injuries, and they've just been down to Bournemouth on the same day. So I like Gruev not in this game. Need another attacker up top. Goal says Ampadu never makes space for himself ever when the defense has the ball. He hides behind Sunderland players. You watch does it every game. Ian says, felt like another donation. Looks like we need it. It does, mate. Cheers for that. Leeds' penalty claim. This is a penalty, by the way. This was a penalty. Just have a look at it if you're on T. I mean, that is a fucking disgrace. It's, excuse my French. It just winds me up. I'm trying not to get annoyed. If you've just seen that replay on TNT, I'd actually not seen that. Luke O'Nine gets Strauch by in a headlock, he grabs him effectively, arm around the throat there, doesn't get looked at, and it's just can you say it's just I hate VAR and who administers it. Like, they are just pathetic. They're pathetic. Anyway, look, this is a chance here that Leeds had. It's probably the big chance of the first half, really. Bogle gets it, and it's just not Jayden Bogle. Jayden Bogle doesn't do this. I think they just look... I think Bogle, I think Stack, I think Ampadu, I think a lot of them are off it. BSE Frost says, defo a pen. It's definitely a pen, mate. Look, even as a neutral, and I appreciate you saying that, but it's just a pen. If Sunderland had that, it's a penalty all day, and I'd be like, oh, we got away with that one. We got away with that one. But that is just... it's a penalty all day, isn't it? But it's... Leeds look sloppy. Cole, hi, Cole. How's it going, mate? Cheers, Con. I know it was a drier first half. I think we'll come out strong in the second. In a way, I'm glad we didn't score too early and do it. You know what? Leeds 2, Sunderland 0. Yeah, love that, Cole. Love that. Hopefully, mate. I mean, would you have any changes? Would we have any changes for that one? Hopefully you're right, mate. Hopefully you're right. I actually thought Sunderland had probably the best moment with that Ballard header, didn't they? That could have gone anywhere. But yeah, poor. It's got, yeah, so Steph just said it's got a draw written all over it. It really has. PRM says 09 does that every time he comes to Ellen Road. Yeah, you can play the referees, can't you? Because they're not strong enough. They're not strong enough to be able to deal with it. So they do look tired. Yeah, they do look tired. But this is an opportunity, isn't it? Real opportunity for Leeds here, especially with the other two playing tomorrow night. So this will put Leeds still being 15th on a point, but it'll be on 32. West Ham have got to go to Fulham. I think they'll get something against Fulham. I'm not saying they'll get a win, but I think they'll get something. So it'll just keep the points the exact same again if it stays like this. I just think there's a chance that Leeds can really gain an advantage. This week. So look, I've got a lot of respect for Sunderland. I think Sunderland are a good team. This just shows what a good manager as well Regis Labrise is. Who's another one who should be in contention for manager of the season, definitely. But yeah. Ample time for recovery. Well, we're at home as well, mate. We're at home. We are at home. It's 2 games at home. The players aren't having to go to Bournemouth like Sunderland did at the weekend, by the way. all the way back up to Sunderland. I'm sure it was on a PJ, but still, if it wasn't, it's a 10-hour drive, isn't it, back up there? So not having the excuses of they're tired. You know, I'm sure Sunderland players are tired. I'm sure the amount of injuries they've had as well. Other players have come in who are not match fit. You know, they've not got the sharpness that we have. So I'm not having that really as an excuse. And we can rotate if we want. So the tiredness thing, I'm not having that. Not having that. A draw is not good enough. I'd probably agree, just with the context of where Sunderland are at the minute. Whew. God. Not another Leeds pod says Bet Darlow is an animal at foot golf. He probably is, mate. He probably is. Yeah. What the hell, says Ian? Here's another dono. Cheers, Ian, top man. Ian, you might just donate a 5 or a 10, mate. Just £2 every time. Appreciate it as always, though, Ian. Thanks, pal. But yeah, a big second half, it feels. You know, 1-0 here or whatever would be brilliant. I thought it'd be tight. I said on my predictions it'd be, I mean, I spoke to Gav on our show that we did earlier on. I said 2-1, but I've done about 3 or 4 predictions on other shows and other channels and all that sort of stuff. I said this one was going to be 1-1. I just had a feeling. When it's on my channel, though, I'll say 2-1 because obviously I'm going to try give Leeds a bit of a, push. But yeah, I had a feeling this would be like, I was really surprised when people were saying like 3-4. It's like, no way, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Oh, dear. Burnley losing at least. I don't think Burnley are in the conversation anymore, mate, to be honest. Bet Gruev's heat map looks great. JB says, Connor, this isn't good enough. I agree, mate. It's not good enough at all. It's passive. Got to be braver. Got to be brave. And there's got to be instruction as well. There's got to be instruction, that you hit the channels, turn them around, try get Dominic Calvert-Lewin into it a lot more. If you don't get Dom into it, there's no real point because we're not going to be effective. But you've got to be sharp at Leeds. Look, when we've had opportunities, when we press Sunderland back and Sadiqi's giving it to us and maybe Hume's giving it to us or whatever, we look average. Like the ball comes to us and we go, oh, it's like Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the box. It's like Stack when he gets it and he's just getting a toe end on it. It's like, come on, lads, where's the sharpness here? Come on. And if you're not sharp, we'll get other people on. You've got enough on the bench. You've got James, Nonto, Metcha, Longstaff if you want. There's players on the bench at Tanaka. Players there who've played against a lot of this Sunderland team before. Gonna lose this, Connor, thanks to Farker. I don't think we'll lose it, but I mean, let's be honest. It's dangerous, isn't it? It's dangerous when they went on a couple of counter-attacks. I like Angulo. He looks good, doesn't he? The right winger. He looks quick. But yeah, it's been pretty bleak. Let's be honest, it's pretty bleak. No worries, Luke. I know that the chat can get a bit vibrant. Slowness says, can't really agree with you, Connor, on the rest period. Sunderland played at 12:30 against Bournemouth. Leeds were ran into the ground by Man City at a later kickoff. Yeah, I mean, Sunderland had a very arduous game as well. Let's not pretend Bournemouth are slouches, by the way, down there. They had a lot of defending to do down there if you watch that game. And then they've also got that trip back to Sunderland as well. So, yeah, I don't think there's that much difference between it, to be honest with you. And Sloaner, as we've quite rightly said, mate, and I will say this, Sunderland don't have that much off the bench. Look at that bench. They don't have a lot on that bench apart from Granit Xhaka. We have a lot of changes that we can implement from the bench, mate. And the whole problem right now is we're too defensive. Put some more attackers on. change the style of play, hit the channels, hit Dominic Calvert-Lewin a little bit more, get Brendan Harrison closer to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. You know, it's stuff like this, mate. It's not, I'm not having it as an excuse, like the tiredness thing. Nah, not for me. They're athletes. Athletes. Jimmy says, at least your hair is looking good. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that, bud. I'm getting it cut on Thursday, but I think I might have to do I might have to do, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I want to grow it out. I just want to grow it out. So, but I always get to this point and I'm like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. I've got quite thick hair. I don't want to boast, but I have got quite thick hair. So my hair grows up. You know that United strand? My hair would grow like his. So I have to get product on it and just like get it down, basically. Get down, boy. That's what I have to do. So yeah, that's why sometimes you guys will see it and you'll be like, oh, it's out of place. It's this, that, and the other. I can't help it. I genuinely can't. It never sits right, my hair. Get dreads, Connor. Yeah, why not? Dreads would be simple. Actually, I'd have to slap my head, wouldn't I? Because apparently they itch quite a bit. No changes. That's a shame. That's a shame. But it's Farker, so I didn't expect to change. I would have made a change. I don't see this change in terms of the style. In terms of how the style of this game is going, I don't see this changing. I don't see this changing. So he'll bring on subs in the 60th minute. So we might as well just kind of lay back and just wait until the 60th minute and all just, you know, can chat about this, that, and the other. I'd be surprised if anything really changed right now. I think Sunderland are very regimented in that low block. And I think Leeds' style of play will just be to build it up from the back and see what happens again. So be expecting Caldalo touches. I think we need, oh, that's annoying. Players just kicked it and now my time is gone. Irritating. Very irritating. All right, hold on. Oh, God, these guys, man. All right, it's a big half, isn't it? Hold on. Boom. Right. Yeah, feels like a big half, this. Anyway, so Sunderland kick off towards the Kop. Towards the south stand. Leeds kicking off towards the Kop. But yeah, I'd have made changes. I think we needed changes, to be honest. And Leeds give away a free kick again. Good start. He's a good player, but you can tell that Alderete is an absolute shithouse. He'll be at Atletico Madrid next season. You can tell he's an absolute shithouse. Sunderland free kick already. So yeah, I'd have changed things up. I'd have brought a couple of subs on for this one. I think you could have put Aaronson back into that midfield three and then brought Nonto on. I think he'd gained us a bit of territory as well, try and improve those free kicks, and then I'd have brought Beale on. I know you guys think it's crazy, but he just gives us so much from set pieces. And Leeds win a free kick this time. And Ballard's involved again. It's just very stop-starty. So Leeds need... I always think with Leeds, they need to gain momentum. You know, they really need to gain momentum in games and build up that pressure, especially at Elland Road. If it's stop-start like this, the rhythm's just not really going to change. Ball up. Aaronson tackled. Corridor of uncertainty. Darlow wins it. And they're really pressing high again. Better from Leeds, though. We're playing out from the back, and better. You know, we actually had the ball at the back there and we moved it. Okay, now there's more words being had. Yeah, this is going to probably get to the last 20 minutes, and I imagine the Sunderland players are going to be falling on the ground. It just feels like that sort of game. The pressing is really high. Oh, brilliant from Brendan Harrison. Turns Hertruda and then turns someone to get play the ball, Brendan, and then plays it out of play. Fuck me. Brendan Harrison, that sums Brendan Harrison up. Does something absolutely brilliant. There's an excellent bit of space which we haven't really got in the first half. Bit of space. Brendan Harrison kicks the ball out for a throw-in instead of playing the ball into the path of James Justin, and we'd have had an overload out there because Bogle was in front of him. Goalkeeper. Ooh. I mean, I don't really know what's going on here. Aaronson, I think the ball's come down with snow on it. This is bizarre. Oh, and Dan Ballard has taken Brendan Aaronson out, and that should be a yellow card for Dan Ballard. Is he going to give him a yellow card? That has to be a yellow card for Dan Ballard. Surely. Is he not giving him a card? Wow. I mean, that's, you know, it's just, it's mental in it, lads and lasses. Has he been given a yellow? No yellow card for Dan Ballard there. Honestly, it's just strange, isn't it? Get very confused with football nowadays. I don't know what a rule is anymore. Used to be quite simple when I was younger. Stack over the free kick anyway. Leeds in a good position. Come on, Leeds. Just actually put it on the frigging goalkeeper. Just put it on him. See if he just bobbles it into the net. Stack. Again, just tepid. Fucking free kick. Brendan Aronson tries to get rid of it. And there's a Sunderland player down again. It's just, this is what this game's going to be. The game is just going to be Sunderland players going, this. I've called it from the very start of it was like 10 minutes in. Anytime we have a set piece, one of their players is going to go down, and the referees, they're going to basically, Dan Ballard and Alderete are up in the referee's face all the time. Bearing in mind, you know, we get booked for that. We got booked for that against Man City. Remember even the Daniel Farker incident. Mienda's absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with him. Let's have a look what happened to Mienda here. He collided into his own goalkeeper. So Mienda's down. They then stop time. This is how shite football is. Like, I sound negative, but honestly, guys, doing these watch-alongs against stuff like this, when you've got dickheads like this in charge who can't get to grips with the Premier League football match, like, it's just we don't see football. We just see the ball out of play, and then fouls, and then, you know, it's just crap. Sound negative, but I just hate this stuff, man. Oh, I hate how football's gone. Bogle does well. Enzo Lefebvre now bitching at the referee. Fuck me. This log just going to stop bitching. Jesus Christ, non-stop. Rodon. Pascal. Gruev. Goes back to keeper. Okay, I'm just going to wait till the 60th minute till hopefully it changes, because it's just the exact same thing. Exact same thing. So we've got 10 minutes left till the 60th minute. Gudmundsson. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's just by himself. There's no runners off him. So when we do kick the ball to him, there's no runners off him. It just doesn't make that much sense. Gruev loses out in the physical. Rodon. Strout with a man on. Does really well. Should win a foul. Brilliant from Strout. Brilliant from Strout. And now Diarra's complaining. Can't quite believe it. The angelic Sunderland players just never commit a foul, apparently. Darren Atwell just wandering away. And the game stops again. I think the ball has been in play for this half for about 40 seconds. So I don't know what to commentate, everybody. This is where it gets quite difficult. The ball has been in play for about 40 seconds. Terrible, terrible game of football. Darlow goes long. Just get another fucking attacker on Farker. Farker, just get an attacker on, mate. I know you're allergic to it sometimes, but it's just very, 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 very simple. Just get an attacker on, mate. Justin goes long. Thank God. Anyone? Okay. There. Immediately. Okay. Not quite, but I mean, they're at least they're turning Leeds around. You know, they're making Leeds think a little bit. Backs to goal. Leeds just, I don't know what we're doing. Dominic Calvert-Lewin does really well there. Well done, Dom. A little bit of quality. Ball over the top. Thank fucking God. Ballard wins it. Can we win the seconds? Dominic Calvert-Lewin kind of sheepishly batters into Alderete. And Aronson clunks into Ballard, and Ballard wins a free kick. Just a bit brain dead there from Brendan, and another free kick, of which Sunderland can eat up the time again. And Ballard takes his time on the floor. Sorry, guys. I apologize if this is negative. I apologize if this is a little bit untoward. It's just, there's nothing to commentate on. The ball just isn't in play, ever. Sunderland free kick. Ball up. Intruder back. Justin. Stack. Good tackle, Gruev. And it's another foul. And we're on the ground again. Another foul. It's a shoddy game plan, this from Leeds. It's a really shoddy game plan. And now Xhaka's coming on. Yay! So Leeds have done sweet FA for the first 60 minutes. Are we on 60 yet? No, we're not. 58 minutes. 53 minutes, I should say. And Xhaka's coming on. I told you there'd be a game plan here. I fucking knew there'd be a game plan. So he's coming on. Wonderful. Ball in. Headed out. And Leeds give away another foul. It's Gruev again. Get him off the fucking pitch. Absolute donkey sometimes. He is a donkey sometimes. God's sake. He just read the game better, mate. You don't have to tear ass after. Sunderland are reffing this game, by the way. They are reffing this game. But Gruev just tear assing after players. They literally just halt and Gruev goes straight into the back of them. Then just looks like, what did I do wrong? Another foul. Gertruda coming off for Xhaka. But the game has been refereed by Dan Ballard. It's been completely refereed by Dan Ballard and Alderete. But Leeds players aren't helping themselves either. They're not helping themselves. And now he's just going to come on and Isidor's on and Xhaka. Any substitutions for us? Nope. Farke doing the old thing where he just seems to think this is going to work. The tried and tested, even though we've done nothing. And we're getting to the Conor McGilligan magic moment of 60th minute where I said nothing will change. And it hasn't. It's the exact same. But for some reason, Daniel Farke thinks that this tactical approach will change. I don't know what he thinks. Like, what's he seen in the first half where he thinks that something's going to change? I don't get it. Farke has sent them out in the exact same way and thinks it's going to change. I don't understand it. What is he thinking? And he's also got a taster of Regis Breeze last season where they were very, very good for 70 minutes. And then Leeds had a couple of corners, didn't they? But they've got a lot more firepower this year and they're above Leeds in the table. So, yeah. Stack. Alderete involved. Fucking hell, he ain't give a foul. Well done, ref, but he gives them a throw-in. And now they're rolling around on the floor again. Fuck, this lot are incredible. This is incredible. I haven't seen a team like this. I've not seen a team like this in the Premier League. This is incredible. Like, they're not even... It's quite staggering how it's any... I mean, it's a really good tackle by Stack. It's not even a foul, and he's rolling around on the floor, this Sadi. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Tell you what, Sunderland fans, I've given you a lot of plaudits, but this is abhorrently bad. And I'm not, but it's not even sour grapes for me because we've been crap. But in terms of just having a proper game, a combative game, just falling round on the floor, mate. Oh, Leeds are just nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. It's a dangerous game, this, for me. It's a dangerous game. Still no soap. Nearly 3 minutes away. Aronson. Pass the fucking ball, Brendan. Pass the ball. Pass the ball. Goes all the way back. Just pass the ball. The way you're facing, pass the ball to Gabby Goodmanson. You don't need 5 touches, then to turn round, then to spiral on the floor. Pass the ball immediately. Just do it quicker. This is my head is on Mars at the minute, and it's just because of how the game's going. Oh, gosh, pass the ball quicker. Don't need 15 touches. Darlow, from our free kick, has the ball at his feet again. Stack better, turns inside, Justin. And then Bogle goes back. And then Bogle goes back. A little, just a chance there for Leeds to go forward, but then Bogle goes back. Bogle then loses it. Bogle then gives a foul away. I just can't be arsed. I actually can't. This is just boring. It's crap. It's just awful. Good. Oh. Oh, man. Xhaka. Hume. Xhaka. Cleared. Angulo. Cleared. Ballard. Back in. And Grove misses the tackle. He's been absolutely shite. Goodmanson and wins a foul. Which Sunderland probably won't mind. Alderete's still not got a card, which is quite incredible. Just get my. Little opening there for Leeds, pulled back for another foul. Barney says when you play right backs as wingers, it's just not working, mate. But what we on? 60, 58, 59, 60. Anything? Any subs warming up? Anything? Doesn't look like it. Elborg's still not been tested. Bogle. Darlow goes long. Dom's struggling, but we don't seem to care about that. Just keep. And Purdue heads it back, and they've gone over again. The referee's not giving a foul, but then Leeds give it away again. It's Anton Stack this time. Siddiqui, great tackle, and Purdue. Ballard, I'm pretty worried about this game, to be honest. The way this is going, you can see just a scrappy Sunderland winner from like a free kick. I was going to fall over now. It's never a foul in a month of Sundays. And will he get a booking? No, and then Grove gives it straight back to Sunderland. It's hard for me to commentate. It's really hard for me to commentate because I think you guys might expect some like cutting edge commentary here, but this is just how the game's going. We look passive. We've not got any ideas, and the manager don't fancy changing it. So I presume in the 75th minute we'll chuck on 15 players, but this is opportunity for Leeds, so it's just very frustrating. It's just an awful game as well. It's a hideous game of football. Another foul. Siddiqui this time. Get him in the book, little cheat. Just coming on. Yay! And there we had it, guys. 60th minute. Don't know why that couldn't have been. Why can that not have been made at half-time? And Gruev comes off. There we go. There we go. Another great outing by Gruev against the low block. This is what I don't understand. Why is that not made at half-time? Does anybody know? Does anybody know why that's not made at half-time? Just don't. Yeah, anyway. I'll just commentate because everything else I say is probably going to be, it's been negative the whole game. And I just hate this game of football. This game of football is hideous. And I'd be really shocked if we got a win here. It's just the game is just awful. Ball's not been in play for more than 4 minutes this half. Ball in the box, Stack, headed out, shockingly. Goodmanson, have a go at him. He does have a go at him and probably should win a foul there right on the edge of the area. And is he going to get fucking booked? Thank God he's been booked. It's only taken 4 attempts. Right, Stack, get it on the keeper. Get it on the keeper, lad. I'll tell you what, not far away from a pen, that. Not far away from being in the box. Alderete eventually booked. Chest the keeper. Just get it on the keeper. We don't know what the keeper's like, so we've not tried him yet. And if Stack, if he's going to put it in the box, can we actually put it on the keeper? How about that? Let's get Beal on as well for set pieces, and just because he's the best defender as well, could be a good idea. Stack over it. 63 on the clock. Leeds have scored, but I'm pretty convinced it's offside. I'm pretty convinced it's offside, so I'm not going to celebrate. Leeds have scored, but that looked offside, and I think Rodon looked sheepish. He just whispered. He just whispered to Pascal he thinks it's offside. I don't know if that's offside. So that look, he looks sheepish. Like that, I've got such good intuition with stuff like that. I'm just like, nah, that looks offside. Nah, I think he's off. I knew it. He just stood offside. I'd be really surprised if that's onside. Brilliant ball in by Stack, much better. But yeah, he looked off. I thought he looked off. That's why I didn't celebrate. So we'll see. We shall see, but I'd be very surprised if that counted. There you go. I told you. That's why I didn't celebrate. I'm sure, like everyone, yeah, everyone was going nuts. There's no way that was there's no way that was a goal. Yeah, nowhere. It's just that game, isn't it? It's just the type of game this is. It's just doesn't even feel like stuff like that's going to turn for us. Don't know what's going on here. Where's the referee going now? Just a bit of more time wasting. Where are we going? Yeah, we know it's offside, ref. Can we just get on with the game now? Don't know why he has to run to the sideline, then run back into the centre for the game to carry on. Just more time wasting. Get on with it, you dick. As you were. Gabe in the chat, Mr. Gruev. Sunderland come down that left-hand side and give away a free kick, Leeds. Nope. Sunderland still have it. Ball played out. Aronson tackles. Sadiki. And they're screaming for a handball. That's how you do it, by the way. That's how you scream for a handball. That's how you scream for a handball. That's how you scream for a handball. Are we listening, Leeds? That's how you do it. That is how you do it. Look at him taking notice now. Look at him. It's incredible. See, that is how you do it. That is exactly how you do it. That's what we don't do. It's never handball in a month. Well, I don't know. He's gone like that, Annie, but I don't know. Probably is going to be handball in it, let's be honest. Oh, Ampadu, it's handball. It's handball. I think so. So that's what you do, though, isn't it? You actually go and start screaming round the ref. Against Villa with Ampadu when he went down, and then on the top, look, it's been looked at. See, that's what we don't do. We don't do that. Strout, when he's getting absolutely grappled down by his neck, why are we not having Leeds players go up to the referee and going, are you looking at that? You look at none of us do it. So unless you appeal at the referee, stuff like that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen, and we don't do it. And Sunderland are about to get a penalty. We don't fucking do it because we're too nice. And you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. But that's how the game works. You saw there when Sunderland, when there's a penalty, about 6 of them are screaming around the referee. And they're that shite, they're going to listen to the players. And as soon as they listen to the players, they go to VAR. That's what they do. If you don't appeal, they won't do it because they don't have a fucking backbone. They don't have a backbone. So unless you're screaming in the referee's ear, they're not going to check it. So we need to learn from this. We need to learn from it. So against Villa, when Ampadu was pulled down in the box, no fucker went to the referee. Nobody. We just went, oh, okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Nunes handball. Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. I think it might have been Dominic Calvert-Lewin went, oh, handball. That was it. You've got to scream at the referees, all gather around him. Make it as if he has to make a decision. And he's going to make, this guy ain't got a backbone. He's been told to go there. Of course it's a penalty. And to be fair, it probably was. I don't know what Ampadu's doing. Just point to a spot, you dick. I don't need you to tell me. Told you it was going to go this way as well. Told you it was going to go this way. There we go, penalty. Unreal. Unreal. What a sequence of play, Leeds United. Brilliant. Score a goal, offside, and then we concede a penalty. Brilliant. Was a pen. Well, I didn't expect this. Didn't expect a defeat, I'll be honest. The absolute shithouse of a 1-0 win for Sunderland, innit? A 1-0 shithouse win. This is even taking time. Fuck off, Atwell. But we've been poor. We've been really poor. I'll tell you what. Other teams in and around us are going to be looking at this, aren't they? They're definitely going to be looking at this all of a sudden. West Ham. We're only Perry now, innit? Diarra. I can't remember last time I saw a penalty save in a 90-minute game. Diarra. Oh my God. Oh my God, Caldala. Oh my God, Caldala. Fucking hell. That's quite... I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like that. Literally never seen anything like that. Caldalo, it's a terrible penalty. Terrible penalty. And Darlow seems to get a hand on it and fucking look at this dickhead. Go back to the centre circle, mate. It's not won the World Cup. Come on, go back. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. You know, Darlow, man. Darlow, you've got to save that, haven't you? But you sure, fuck, you haven't made any proactive change. Half time, mate. You needed to make those proactive changes. Fucking Darlow here, mate. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. What is he doing? Fucking hell. Just Sunday League stuff. Literally just Diarra hits it down the middle. It's a terrible penalty. I think he tries to catch it and it's gone off his leg into the top corner. And I'll be honest, I can't see us scoring. Cannot see us scoring. Goodness me, Caldala. Well, Leeds, what a reaction that was to our goal. God. Ampadu gives it away again. He's having a good few minutes, Ampadu. Slides in. Rodon plays it behind Justin. Gudmundsson. Justin. We haven't deserved anything. We've been shite. We've been absolutely shite. So the thing is, why I'd say Sunderland deserve it is because it's just a perfect away performance. They've played it well. They've controlled another shitbag referee. They've been as dangerous as us in the first half. I don't think we've done that much in the first half. And Farke's just not made any changes whatsoever until the 60th minute. Now, just see, I praise Farke, but sometimes he literally he puts my head on Mars. Puts my head on Mars. Now we lose the game. So instead of being proactive, he's reactive. So now he puts Nonto on. Now he puts James on. It's the most frustrating thing. Most frustrating thing. By the way, Dominic Calvert-Lewin hasn't got a dime out of the two centre backs, but Metcha's done well there. Bit of open. No. Jaden Bogle's worst game as well. Bogle's worst game this season. Look at this for space. Metch has done so well. Metch has just bullied Ballard off the ball. So moving out of all game, plays a lovely ball to Bogle. Bogle goes for a 30-yard effort. Just brain dead football today, especially from him. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Here come the reactive subs. Good to see. Who's going off? Justin's gone off. I can see him getting a second. I honestly can see him getting a second. Should have done this. He should have done this at half time, but he's not. He's done what he's done. He does. Look, we've praised Farker a hell of a lot. Really, really praised Farker. We said it at the start of the stream. We gave him a lot of plaudits, but his substitutions are something that I have always criticised. I think rightly so. It's a bad loss. This. It's a bad loss. Really didn't expect it. Fucking hell, man. We've gone back again. And Rodon's touch. Wow. Wow, Joe Rodon, the cart horse. And Purdue. James, pass the ball. And Bogle goes back again. Go forward, man. Go forward. Fucking hell. You've got two men stood up front and we're passing it at the back. Passive prats. Just literally, just get the ball to the front man. You've done it once and Metcha bounced Ballard out the way in transition when the midfield's high. We're just passing it along the back line. Look, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look at it. Are we 1-0 up? Have they realised? Can someone just get a siren on the pitch and tell them that we're losing the game, maybe? There we go. Ball to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who he wins it. Now Leeds on the ball. There, it's strange how things work. Nonso. Metcha, don't shoot there. Good play. Fucking Dominic Calvert-Lewin, man. Dan James, really good ball. Dominic Calvert-Lewin should have put that in the net. Should have been on his toes. Stood there like a frigging lemon. He's got to be there. It's a brilliant ball back. What's he do? He just stood there, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Fancy making a move, son? Oh, it's a brilliant ball by Dan James. Dom not on his toes, just stood ball watching. Stood there ball watching. Metro immediately making a difference, by the way. And can we actually play the ball a little bit more direct? Metro winning it again. Strange, isn't it? Now you've got Alderete and you've actually got this ref's a prick. Absolute prick. Excuse my French. It's just Luca. These games are just horrible, aren't they? They're just horrible. You expect it from Arsenal, don't you? But God. We just look so stodgy on the ball. They're killing us with this press. They're really aggressive with this press. Really aggressive, and we can't deal with it. You look at Enzo Lafay, and he's not been on the ball a lot. I'll tell you what, though, they've been really aggressive from the front. Really aggressive. And our back line they pushed us back every time. Every single time we've had the ball, they just push us back. And we seem to still have two players on the pitch, and we're still not going long. We've done it twice since Metro's been on the pitch. Maybe let's do it a little bit more often. Dan James puts an awful ball in, but you expect that with Dan 50% of the time. Strout, got to move the ball quicker, Leeds United. Got to be movement in front of the defence, not just all crabs passing it side to side. Nonto. Falls over, wins a free kick. Looks soft, but who cares? Good from Nonto, though. Immediately from Nonto. Immediately. At least he's won as a free kick and looked to go direct then. to be a blow if Leeds lost this game. It'd be a real blow. And probably quite unexpected. Don't think anybody had us on to lose tonight. Stack. Hooks it. Shite from Stack. Absolutely really poor. Not a good game, Stack. And we go all the way back again. Tell you what, if I'm an opposition team, and we are miles off it. If I'm an opposition team, I'm thinking, do you know what? Just let Leeds have the ball. If I'm Palace, I'm thinking next week, I'm just let them have the ball, press them a little bit. Press them a little bit. Let's sit in a low block. Because teams would have thought that against Leeds United. Of course, especially at Ellen Road. Let's sit in a low blocks. What do you think Burnley and Wolves are going to do? They're not as good as this lot. But this is exactly what Burnley and Wolves are going to do against Leeds United. We've got to figure out a way of not being so passive. And the referees are not going to help us because they're shit. And you're going to get the Burnley players going down. Imagine what Hannibal's going to be like. Hannibal loves the game against Leeds. He's had history with us, hasn't he? So you're going to get these teams going down, doing the dark arts and all this sort of stuff. We haven't been good here, though. We haven't been good at all. And now there's another Sunderland player down. Pretty staggering, this. Got a feel for them with the amount of injuries they've had about. And Dan James runs the ball out. This is fucking horrific to watch. This is absolutely horrific. And now there's another Sunderland player down. Mismanaged by Farker, this. And the ref's a dick as well. Got to look at it, though, aren't you? What about our penalty in the first half? Hands around the neck. But we don't make an appeal for it, do we? We have one player. This is the frustrating thing. We have one player who goes to the referee. Nobody says anything. We're nice FC, aren't we? Nobody goes around screaming. You look at the Sunderland one. You actually look at that and you think that is staggering. That is absolutely staggering. How you got Xhaka, you got Diarra, Siddiqui, Isidore screaming around the referee. Then you get the absolute, charlatans that they are. These, look at them. They've got no backbone. They get bullied by Premier League footballers apart from us. And we should have had a penalty in that first half. But unless you scream in that referee's face and you're all going around it, nothing happens. Nothing happens. So we've got to take lessons from this. We've got to be a bit nastier. We've got to be a little bit uglier in the Premier League. Instead of just being nicey nice and allowing the referees to do the job. No point in respect, because no other team has respect in the Premier League. The bar is set. Metcha, who's been brilliant when he's come on. Dan James. James put the ball into the box. Does so. Bogle blocked. Onto it's it wide. At least he's had a go, but he's got to get that on target. He's got to at least test the keeper. We haven't tested this keeper once. We haven't tested this rookie debut goalkeeper who shanked the first two. Oh, Beale's coming on now. Good subs there, Farker. Here we go. The Hail Marys. Shoving on our best centre-back with 9 minutes to go to plummet him up front. Now, it's a Premier League tactic, that one. Got it wrong. I was giving him praises throughout this game, but at the start of the game, but Farker's got this wrong dramatically. It's 2 weeks, though, where 2 game weeks where Leeds have been shafted by the referees again. But we don't appeal for it. You don't get it. So too soft. Goodmanson. Nonso. Road on. Side to side again. Play the ball behind Dan. Dan James. Corner. Let's get Beale on now, shall we? Hail Mary a point. There we go. That's exactly what we did against City. Good stuff. Bogle comes off. And Peru comes on. And Goodmanson comes off. Oh, we've become really bad at set pieces, haven't we? Stack again. Hammer offside. And there's another Sunderland player down, and the ref's giving it. And he's now bringing. You just fall to the ground. That's all we need to do. That's all we need to do. Why don't we do this against? If we just throw yourself to the ground. Throw yourself to the ground against any team if we're winning. That's what we need to do, game management. Against Everton, look at this from Alderete, the big, strong centre-back. Let's have a look at Alderete here. Let's have a look what he does. So he throws himself to the ground, no connection with anything. So let's have a look at Alderete here. And you can't even make it up, can you? You cannot even there is nothing has happened to him. Throws himself on the ground. And look at him trying to get off the pitch here. And now he's going to start a fight because that fucking idiot, Stuart Atwell, won't get him off the pitch. He has completely lost control. We've had another referee who's an absolute dick and he doesn't know what he's doing. Look how spineless he is. And I've lost my head a little bit here. I have to be honest. I don't swear normally on this, but it is just, look at Alderete here, jogging round, nothing wrong with him. Throwing himself to the floor, and Atwell just stops the entire game, any momentum, and Sunderland now have the ball. You can't do anything when you're chasing a game because they just fall down and foul. No, we don't get a foul. Stat don't get it. Shafted by referees 2 game weeks on the bounce. And Sunderland have done well, there's credit, but there's a fashion of which you can win a game as well. This is just throwing yourselves to the floor when you're more than good enough technical players to be able to win the game, especially with how crap Leeds have been. But it's just disappointing to see the throwing on the floor all the time. Beale, road on, Leeds still passing it within 5 yards of each other, and we've just got the Hail Mary of Dan James now. And we go back again. Beale, road on. Down the line. James stopped. The tactic now is James cross. Spam crosses, hopefully. So now I'll go with Ampadu. I'm unsurprised if another Sunderland player goes down here, by the way. But there should be considerable added time. But we don't trust this lot, do we? We don't trust this lot. Leeds says, be surprised if the Sunderland coach managed to get up the A1 without stopping 15 times the time waste. Yeah, it's horrendous, mate, this. But you can work the referees like this. We just need to learn how to do it. And incredible chance there by Jacobiol. And it's wide. Handball there, maybe by Ballard. Probably harsh. Beale's at the post. Big chance. Stack puts it in. Headed out again. About the eighth time this game. It's been headed out. Nonso appears to be playing as a centre-back now. Racks it in. Headed out again. Peru. Awful ball in. That's Peru's contribution. Nice one, Joel. Championship footballer. Just boots the ball out for a throw-in. Unreal there by Joel. Well done, lad. Thank you. Quality contribution. And just as Joel boots the ball out for a throw-in, we have another substitution for Sunderland, which will take an age. Really bad night from Farker, this. Really bad night. And we've given him a lot of praise in the game. Gave him a hell of a lot of... And this is why, if Gabe's in the chat as well, Gabe, this is why you had Aronson deeper, mate, and no Gruev. Way too defensive. Way too defensive. From moment one, we've looked miles better with Metro on the pitch. But DCL's just been completely isolated. He's been by himself against Alderete and Ballard. Fucking hell, man. This is just turgid. So bad. And we're still playing along the back line again. And it takes us 4 minutes to play along the back line and get it into the box anyway. Here we go. Still on the back line. Some point we'll get the ball in the box. And now we're getting pushed back. James does well. Ampadu, bit of space. Goes over the top. Metcha does really well. Chance. Peru blocks. Fucking useless, him. Absolutely useless. Useful as a cock-flavoured lollipop. Which you cannot bank on him. Just the chance there. Snatch effort. Blocked. I get Sunderland are low blocking it a little bit now, but they've been low blocking it a lot of the game, really. I mean, that is just... I mean, Ampadu. Come on. But it's miles better from Leeds. It's much better the last sort of 10 minutes, but too little too late, it feels like. Strout. Try something, but I don't think. Oh, and Alderete's down again. Oh, it's Luke 09 this time. The one who strangled. And he then books Nonto. Can we start something else? Can we just start can we just look at another fucking sport? It's just a general collision. That's not a foul. Nonto. Luke 09. Nonto knows nothing about it. I just want to try another sport. We'll do cycling. We can do something else where we don't have to, do you know, just something where you're not so heavily reliant on dickheads in green or black. $12 added on. Ball over the top. Joe Rodon taps it out for a Sunderland corner. Fucking hell, Joe. Yeah, I'd just rather, I mean, look at Diarra. Look how long he's taking. Go tell him to hurry up, referee. Just have a bit of bottle about you. And now they're changing. Xhaka tells him to go in. It's taken 4 minutes now. Divot in the ground. Is that in the trident, referee? Xhaka, arm in the air. Delivers it. Front post. Leeds player down, but we don't get the foul. Bearing in mind, any time we've had a set piece. Right, Leeds with maybe a bit of a break here. And Dan James gives it straight back to him. Straight back to him. Literal sequence of the game. Counter-attacking option for Leeds there. James gives it back to Sunderland. Fucking and Diarra's on the floor. Is it Diarra? Fucking this lot are, I've never seen a team, and it's not bitter lemon. It's really not. Like, Sunderland probably deserve this because we've just been we've played into their hands, but I've never seen a team on the floor as much in my life. Like, this is incredible. This is quite incredible. And it works for him. Why would you not do it? Of course you're going to do it. And now Traore's on the floor. But why is he on the floor? He's just come on. What the fuck is going on? Can we just play football, Sunderland? Atwell, can we play football? Please let us play football. I don't know what's going on. Why is every Sunderland player hitting the deck and you're then allowing it? We've not even played any added time. We've not played any added time. Traore's come on. He's fallen over. Diarra's fallen over. Darlow carries. Saves, sorry. And there's no counter-attack on by Leeds at all. Peru is just fucking useless, mate. He is useless in the Premier League. This is painful to watch. I don't know. This is why I keep saying Leeds will stay up. I keep saying it, but I've just got all this niggle in the back of my head constantly. And this Atwell prick, he's not going to add anything on, is he? He's not going to add anything on. And Bertrand Traore, who's just come on, is still limping. And they're still giving him time. Atwell just wants to get out, doesn't he? Just wants to get on home. Another stinky performance. And there goes Traore. Wanders off. No encouragement from Stuart Atwell to hurry up. This is just... Lonzo, good ball. Nice reverse pass. Peru. Oh, fucking get Peru off. Get Peru off. Absolutely useless. He's come on and literally had 3 opportunities to at least conjure something. He's had a shot, which has been blocked. It takes 4 hours to take it. A pass, a simple pass on the right-hand side, blocked, intercepted. What is the point in putting him on? You might as well, and it's not popular, but just bring Buonanotte back into the team. Do not bring Peru on. Stack. Ball in. Poor ball. Away from Elborg again. And Elborg goes down, and there's a collision. I think someone else is down here. It's Alderete again. Of course it fucking is. Thought it'd be Diarra this time, maybe Siddiqui, but it's Alderete again. He's been through the wars, hasn't he? I don't know how you can be through the wars as much without being touched. It's quite incredible. Road on. I think Nonso's been good when he's come on. Peru's been useless. Bill leads with still like 4 defensive players back, which is interesting. James goes back to Bill. Bill trying to make something happen going forward, but no one wants the ball, which is quite arduous. Bill has it again. Darlow's on. Bill goes forward. Peru. And Purdue. Nonso. Come on, son. Good delivery. No, checks. Delivers. Cleared again. To be fair, that Alderete is a good player. He's just a cheat. It's a good player, though. Good wicked ball in that from Nonso. Good ball in. He's been everywhere, hasn't he? To be fair to him. He's a cheat, but just in the way of everything. Heading everything. He's, yeah. Desperate times now, innit? And Purdue. Oh. Biel wins it straight into Elborg's hands. Any side of him, that's 1-1. Enzo Lefebvre goes down, free kick. Yeah. I mean, we are brain dead. We are brain dead with some of our tackles. I mean, especially with this absolute cannon in charge of the football game. Hume knows he's coming. Mecha, it's just it's like donkey-like, isn't it? On his back, waiting for the touch. Can hear him stampeding behind him. What do you expect? So this ball has probably been in play for about 3 minutes in this entire added time period. 12 minutes have been added on. There's absolutely no way we get more than 12 as well, which is crazy. Chance for Leeds. Can we just do anything? Good ball. And Metch has been pulled back, but the referee's not seeing it, shockingly. And Nonta tries to get it in. It's blocked again by Alderete. And it's a corner. We literally cannot get it past him, this guy. Spanish wall. Spanish cheating wall. Got to do better there, though, Nonta. It's got to beat him. Long ball in, Ampadu. Peru. Fucking useless, mate. Fucking useless. Useless! Volleys it wide. Still comes on, though. Still comes on ahead of Buenanotte. He's wasted more time than anything he's provided been on the pitch. If he tries to volley it from 20 yards, goes 15 yards wide for a goal kick. Useless decision. Stupid decision. Still comes on. Buenanotte not in the squad, but Peru's on. Doesn't matter. What is the point in having Peru on the pitch? Stack. Nonto. Leeds have it. Peru gives it away again. Yaka's just had a bit of a strange episode there where I think he thought someone was coming. Darlow. Beale's been good when he's come on. That sounds ridiculous, but been proactive and he won a couple of headers in the box. Don't understand why Farke keeps benching him, but there we go. James. Beale again. I think Leeds don't realise that we've not got long left here. Ball in. Metcher straight into Elborg's hands. Easy night, isn't it? Easy night for Sunderland. Really easy night. Player of the match, Luke 09. I mean, that sums it up. Sums up how shocking Leeds have been tonight. Luke 09, man of the match. My God. Wow. James, I don't think he expected that. Brilliant from Ampadu. James, back post. Bad delivery again from James. Beale, Stack actually. Stack goes for it, blocked again. Sunderland come away with it. Leeds win it. Can we move it a bit quicker, Leeds? Just a little bit quicker with the time we've got. No, we've gone back again. Stack goes back to Ampadu. He's not at his greatest game. Ampadu takes 5 touches, then decides to pass it to James. Can James put a good ball in this time? Cuts inside. James. Oh, and it's bounced around the penalty spot and nobody's tucking it away. Peru's on the pitch. Metch is on the pitch. DCL's on the pitch, but nobody stood on the penalty spot. Sums up the game. And this is going to get to 102 and he's going to blow like the ref did the other day, even though the ball's been in play for about 10 seconds in this added time. Peru. Ball's gone all the way through and deflected off Ballard for a corner. Incredible. Stack. I think it's a bad corner. It's an outswinger and Beale wins it again and it's in Elborg's hands. Is that it? He won't add much on here, this bell end. No chance. Opportunity. Dan James, who's now playing... and James doing what he does best. Runs into trouble. DCL's not been in the game, has he? At all. I think Metch Metch is he's at least put himself, about, it feels. And I'm not saying Dom's not done that, but that's full time. Leeds just playing the ball around the back and Sunderland get the win. Congratulations to Sunderland. Good game plan, even though Sunderland were just falling on the floor throughout the entire game. But it's a game plan that works in the Premier League. Leeds nowhere near good enough. And a very, probably unexpected win there for Sunderland. No disrespect, of course, but yeah. Leeds passive from the start. Wrong lineup, and fuck, I got that all wrong. Yeah. Poor night from a really bad night from Daniel Farke, in my opinion. Not quick enough to make decisions, and a really, really poor performance. Leeds look very, very leggy. Right, let's leave it there, and we will be there with the instant match.